What's up, everybody? I've got a special episode. We are celebrating and preparing you for Primordial Soup, the live podcast event of Paleolithic proportions. February 17th at the Rhino in North Kansas City. You guys should know about it. If you don't know, now you know. Here we go. I've got Aaron Scarbrough, Brandon Patrick, two hilarious stand-up comics. I got Sean Edwards of Fox 4 movie critic fame. I'm doing the live podcast with him. Then after that, we got one of my favorite hip-hop duos on planet Earth, Lou Rip and LucidFlows. They're going to perform. And then also another one of my favorite artists all around, Sheven. You guys, I've done episodes with all of these people, and I kind of mashed them up and put them in this episode here to kind of get you guys hyped and ready and excited for my live podcast event that I'm throwing. If you haven't gotten tickets yet, please go do so on eventbrite.com. Just search Neandertalk. It should pop up. They're only $10. Well, I mean, it's incredible value for all the entertainment that you guys should be getting that night. So without any further ado and without any further begging for your money and your support, I appreciate you guys listening. I appreciate everybody so much. You have no idea the support that I've been getting and the love. I really, really appreciate it. And I hope you guys like this episode. Primordial Soup. BOOMSHALAKBOOM.
Welcome to the Inner Talk podcast. We'll no topic is off limits. Now here's your host, Mind Daddy, and Roy the Soul. Oh wait, one more thing for me. Thank you for coming to the Inner Talk podcast. BOOMSHALAKBOOM.
All right, guys. First up, we've got Aaron Scarbrough, local comic, gonna be opening up the show. So here we go. Enjoy. Well, speaking of like what you're touching on, kind of crowd work, if you will, you cracked my shit up the other night, man. You were hilarious.
What?
You were hilarious. I was laughing. Really, dude, that was the crowd work you were doing was like, it was phenomenal with a lady getting up, or you're an active crowd. It was just,
Yeah.
I don't know, man. You were on fire. It was, I was cracking up.
Yeah.
That was awesome.
I appreciate that. I don't get so like the crowd work stuff that I do, like a lot of it is like I try to make it seem like it's, in the moment, but a lot of it is stuff that I figured out because for like a year and a half, I was doing, and I still like occasionally do this show, but there's a show on a bus that I do.
Show on a bus.
Yeah, so it's through
a city bus or something.
So no, that would be pretty punk rock. But there's a show. There's a company called KC Beer Tour.
Oh, I've heard of that.
Yeah, and basically like a year and a half ago, before I had anything going at all, the guy who owned it, and still owns it, asked me if I would, start doing this comedy version of their bus show, and yeah, basically this tour goes to the different breweries, and the one that he books, me and my friend Tristan on, they get a comedy show on the bus in between the breweries.
That's cool. What a great idea.
In theory, yeah.
In theory, okay. Go on.
Well, people pay a lot of money to go on that, and there are, free drinks and stuff involved. But I just remember, the first many times of doing that, and we did it like 2 to 3 times per month for a while. But I remember just thinking like being so disappointed with myself because like I would bomb terribly, because I was just trying to do my material on the bus, and that's another like comedy hard mode situation where like you have to absolutely, like, you can't just do your material, you have to make something happen, you have to be very quick. So most of the, like, if you ever see me do crowd work like that, like those are lines that I came up with on the bus by just dealing with drunk people who didn't really want to listen to me.
Did they know they were getting involved with a comedy tour bus? Or
yeah, of course.
So they knew they were signed up for comedy?
They do, but people like there's a lot of like on that show. There's like a lot of bachelor and bachelorette parties and stuff like that. Where really like, I mean, they might have been like, oh, we kind of like comedy. We'll do that tour.
But that's not what they're there for.
No, they're there to get fucked up and
scream. It's my night.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. But
yeah.
I figured you kind of had things ready to go.
Yeah. I mean,
but you made it look like so like on the fly, like you had no idea what, you know what I mean? You made it was phenomenal.
I appreciate that. But it's like I said, like that's the kind of thing where like you don't get that by just like sitting at home and writing. You get that by performing the shittiest gigs you possibly can, you know? Yeah. It's like the shittier the better.
What's the shittiest gig right now in Kansas City?
Ooh. Whatever I performed on recently.
You don't have to answer that if that's a bad question, but I like the question.
That's fine, Ryan. I'm not gonna name names, but like there's
and it's not, I'm not saying this as a bad thing, but like a place to get some chops, to earn your chops, earn them laughs. Where's like the hardest place to get laughs right now?
It really depends on the night. Like if you're talking about, open mics. I think like any bar show, like there's still, you
need some
places water? That no, there's still places where you're on the same level as the audience and like they're turned away from you, like,
that would be ridiculous.
Pizza places where you can, and it's like I love going to that type of thing. Okay. Don't get me wrong, I love it.
It's experience. I mean,
yeah. But I don't know. It's just some people tend to like only go out when like it's gonna be good, and like I can't live that way.
You're
right
saying,
now.
Yeah.
If I only went out when it's gonna be good and you're getting paid for it, and it's like, a good audience, then you'd be performing once a week.
When you're talking about these people that won't do that, how long have they been in comedy?
I mean it kind of depends. Like that's usually like a more experienced person,
right?
I don't know. I'm gonna come off as self-righteous if we go.
No, but I like this because I think you're doing it right. I think if they've been doing it for 5, 6, 7 years, they should still be out there. If you're local, why wouldn't you be out crafting your craft?
Yeah,
you're not going to get better just doing it at the good places.
Yeah.
You have to hone it. And I mean, 5, 6 years, that doesn't seem like that's long in the comedy game. That's still brand new.
Yeah,
2.5 years. That to me seems like an absolute baby.
Yeah, I am a baby.
I wouldn't imagine. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. I'm sure you've come a long way, but I'm sure you're like, I still have a long way to go, right?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. And I fully intend to be, for the next decade or so, still doing shitty shows. Like I don't know. You have to do stuff like that if you want to get better.
The only way to get better is to do that, is to perform. With comedy. Comedy's like that, You can practice a guitar all day in your room, and you're going to get better, but you don't know if you're getting better at comedy if you're not performing it. Yeah.
And
you have to know what's working. You have to know if this is going to get a laugh or not.
Right. That goes both ways, though, like, because a lot of comics, myself included, are much more likely, and it is more valuable, stage time is more valuable in the long run, but a lot of comics, like, are, and like I said, myself included, very lazy with writing too. Like it's the hardest thing in the world to just sit down and like clean up your jokes and make it better material or write down new material. But that has a lot of value too.
Do you make yourself write?
I do. I won't just like ever just sit there and try to think up a joke out of nowhere, because that's like, I think that like shines through, you know. It's not as like organic if you do it that way. But I don't know, like if I already have a concept in my head, a premise, like I will make myself, if I think it's going to be good enough, like actually write it down, because whenever you write it down, new stuff like pops up at you, and you know, you get more economical with your words, you know. But
yeah, I didn't know if, I know some people just force themselves to write, even if it's not a joke, just force themselves to write anything. Like just sit down and like, I'm going to spend 15 minutes with a pad and a pen and just start writing.
Right. Well, I know like it depends on the person for sure. I like one of my friends, my other friend Ryan Tricky.
We're friends now.
Oh, really? Wait.
You said,
oh, yeah. Well, we'll talk about it.
No, I thought you were assuming we were friends. I was like, I thought you were saying my other friend Ryan. I thought you were talking about me, and I was like, oh, we're friends now.
You know what's funny? I did that the other day because I'm seeing someone new right now, and I did that the other day. Yeah. Well, this is after 3 or whatever years of being single, and the other day I did that where like I had to make a snap decision, like when I was introducing her to someone. Like, am I gonna skirt around this, or am I gonna be like? But yeah, I wound up being like, this is my girlfriend. That's what that reminded me of. But no, like my buddy Ryan, he we talk about joke writing and our material a lot, and he comes off, whenever he performs, he comes off as very like articulate and well written and stuff like that. But he's been doing comedy for a lot longer than I have, and I think that over time, what most people get good at is like putting their ideas into words, and they don't necessarily have to write it down ever. I know a lot of his bits are just completely in his head. He's never written them down. But hopefully that's a level that I'll get to someday. I don't know.
Most of your stuff's written down.
Yeah. It's usually written down somewhere.
If something comes to you, like an idea, do you like all of a sudden, I have to write this down right now?
Oh, dude, yeah. Like my
I've been
iPhone.
doing that lately. That's what I've been doing lately. I came with something in the shower today, and I haven't written it down yet because I think I'm going to remember it, but I know I'm going to forget.
Right.
When I'm done with this, I have to.
Dude, and like the heinous thoughts that like sometimes that you write down, like how people talk about, if I ever die, like I have a safe with all my pornography or whatever, like I'm that way with my notepad, like that must be destroyed.
Is that for your eyes only?
For my reputation and the reputation of my family,
right,
America, like I need that to be destroyed.
I can't believe you're putting that out there.
No, well, I mean,
now it's going to be a game for somebody. Somebody might hear this and be like, I've got to find Aaron's secret diary with all this joke shit. I've got to find this shit.
You never know. Like, I'm sure that
you need to carry that like on a briefcase, handcuffed to your wrist at all times if you're that worried about it.
Well, let's hope that you don't have any lunatics in your 34 listeners. But
he's pretty crazy. Right? What do you think I keep him around for?
You call him a listener?
No, a crazy person.
Oh, okay.
And he's listening right now.
Right. I guess so.
Hey, hit that button underneath the table that locks this door.
That would not come as a surprise at all in here.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I'm going to take that as the sweetest compliment I've had in a while.
Well, I mean, like I'm very impressed with the setup you have in here. It looks great.
Thank you.
Cool.
Yeah. Thanks, man. This is going to sound silly. I love getting complimented on it.
Well,
because I've worked hard on this.
Yeah.
So it's nice to get complimented,
Yeah. You're also handsome.
Thanks. Not so bad yourself.
Well, I appreciate that. You know,
You look like a shorter, younger Conan O'Brien.
You know, I've heard that before.
I'm sure.
He's aged more gracefully than I have. I'm 28, and you know, I'm. You look younger than me, I think. But
If I shaved, I probably might.
yeah,
I'm a fresh-faced cutie underneath this big old beard.
I know. When whenever because you know, I put off everything until today, you know, and I had a reminder that we were doing this today, and I looked you up on Facebook, and I don't know, and it came as a shock because like your Facebook, it's just like the picture from the podcast, and then
I don't use my Facebook. Yeah.
oh really?
Yeah, I don't really
Yeah.
fuck with that.
I gotcha. It's like you know, Ryan, you know, on Facebook, it's like your name, and then it just says divorced under there.
Perfect. Perfect.
Works at divorced.
I do work at it.
Yeah.
As a matter of fact.
Yeah,
As a matter of fact.
but no, that's a great. Is that the premise for your podcast? Just
Ryan divorced. It is now.
Yeah.
You just gave me a T-shirt idea.
Right.
The Inner Talk podcast. Divorced. Get them now for $19.99.
Right. No, I like that.
I had something good.
Are you talking about in the conversation or in your marriage?
Yeah, both. I had something good
Okay.
with my marriage. Yeah.
Okay.
I do joke about it. I mean, I opened up with it the
Right.
other night. I just made that one up. But yeah, I can tell. I've got some jokes about it because it's relatable.
Mhm.
A lot of people go through divorce.
Right.
And I don't know. Yeah, I've got some ideas I've kicked around to joke around with some divorce material.
Well, I like, you know, stuff about that. There's a comic that I saw do like, he was a feature when Mark Norman was in town, and I got to hang out, you know, at the club while they were there. They were at the Improv, and Cliff Cash, he did like a lot of his set. You know, he did like a 30-minute feature set, and a lot of his set was about divorce stuff, and I would so much rather hear that than hear people talk about their fucking dad shit. I'm so tired.
About their dad shit?
Yeah, I'm so tired of that like Louis C.K. model, like of just like talking about, you know, how your kids are assholes or whatever.
Oh,
It's
I
annoying.
see.
It's just beat to death at this point, and I'm tired.
You're probably
of
not, yeah. Yeah, I don't have much to say about my kids. They're great. But I'm sure I could say something.
Don't just
Good, thanks.
go into the divorce stuff. That's an angle I want you to pursue.
Okay. I will, if you're being serious.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm going to do it. I'm going to come up here Wednesday.
Okay.
I'm going to wait for 37 people,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm going to talk about 3, 4, 5 minutes, however much I can do, on some divorce stuff.
Yeah.
Boom.
That's the kind of material that I want to see from you.
You got it. I'm going to do that.
Yeah.
That gives me something to focus on. I'm brand new at this. I want to keep going. I got nothing better to do Wednesday nights.
Mm-hmm.
I'm interested in doing this. It's fun.
Yeah.
I don't know. Why not?
Why not?
Why
You'll
not?
meet
So,
new people.
yeah. I need to get out more.
Yeah.
And I think I can come up with a few minutes of some divorced stuff.
Yeah.
Everybody out there that's listening, come on out and watch me in a few months. Not next week.
Right.
Let me get...
Whenever this airs.
this will be next week or something.
I gotcha.
Next Monday.
Okay.
Next Monday. So where is like... I would say where's the best place to do comedy right now, but I'm going to say it's probably the Rhino, but that's the only place I've seen. I've heard of this other place called Barrel of the Bottoms.
Yeah.
Barrel of the
Barrel
Bottoms?
of the Bottoms is that's a podcast studio that is you know, ran by my friend Steven Taylor, who is a hilarious comic, and yeah, They do stand-up shows, and it's located in the West Bottoms. It's a really cool place.
I've been meaning to check that place out.
Yeah.
It looks cool. I mean, I just want to check it out. I heard about them through some previous guests. They were saying, oh, yeah, there's this podcast studio we use. I was like, oh, I didn't know there was a Kansas City podcast studio.
Yeah.
And so I kind of checked it out, and that's kind of all I knew. I just wanted to go and check out what their podcast studio looks like.
Yeah.
I want to infiltrate.
Right. It's a pretty cool place. They also host a weekly open mic that's fun. It's stand up, but it's improvised stand up. So when you're on stage, you get there's a bucket that has scraps of paper that say things on them, and there's no pre-written material. You have to draw a maximum of 3. You don't have to draw 3, but you get 5 minutes, and you have to riff on whatever you draw. So that's a pretty cool exercise too.
I was gonna say that sounds kind of hard.
Yeah, it is hard.
And a good way to develop.
Yeah, it is hard.
When is that?
So that's every Tuesday night, at Barrel of the Bottoms, and it's called Comedy Nut.
Comedy Nut.
Mm-hmm.
Is that free or does that cost money?
It's free.
Wow.
Yeah.
All this free comedy. So Kansas City's got a pretty good comedy scene, or what's our comedy scene like here?
It's I think it's good. I kind of live in a vacuum a little bit because I don't have a car. So I even like road gigs that I get, it's usually because one of my friends is already like going and they need a host or whatever. So when I do get to go, it's usually not on my own merits. But from what I know, like we are getting better. St. Louis has a surprisingly good comedy scene. Like,
oh yeah?
Yes.
That's not too far.
No, it's not. But I've made some friends over there. Rafe Williams, who's hilarious, and I've booked him on our show at the Rhino, as well as Bobby J. Cox, and then Libby Higgins and Tina Dyball. Like those people, they do a great job of. They all kind of produce shows there. They're all very professional about it, and they do. They're just very good at being consistent with having good shows. Like it takes some effort, like to get a consistent audience if you're doing like indie comedy in the Midwest around here. I think probably anywhere, but
is that what this would be called? Is indie comedy?
Yeah, like
okay.
Pretty much anything that takes place not at a comedy club.
Okay.
Is independent comedy, and yeah. Sorry, I thought I was going somewhere with that, but I wasn't.
It's all right. It happens.
Mm-hmm.
Coffee will get to you.
Well, yeah. This is good coffee, by the way.
Thank you, sir. It's all about how you make it. You can take. You can kill the rest of it.
Okay.
Kill the rest of that if you want. I can make more if you want. We can take a break and I can make more if you want. You just let me know. But it's all about how you prepare a lot of times. You don't have to have the best beans in the world to make good coffee. Uh-oh.
Oh.
Is there
oh, boy.
things behind you there, Charlie? Any kind of paper towels? Sometimes I have some around. Well, it's all right. You can just leave it. Are you going to... You want to pause this and let me clean this up? Because I don't know where my paper towels are. Yeah, we'll be right back, people. We had a party foul.
Yeah.
I'm not doing it in any particular order. I'm just throwing these guys up there randomly. And here we go. This is Lou Rip, LucidFlows with Mokes. I cannot wait till you guys get to see them perform. They are so good in concert. They're the coolest, realest dudes I know. And here's about 35 minutes or so of us jabberjawing. Enjoy. I just like to have a fun time, man.
So here's
that's all I'm about. I don't care if this gets big or not. I don't care who listens. I just want to have a good time with a microphone in front of me.
Ain't that what it should be
I
about?
can't rap like you guys, so this is.
But that's what we about. We about having fun on the mic. That's all we do. We have fun.
I'm a solo artist, but I don't enjoy being a solo artist, you know? And so if you can collaborate with other people and feed off of each other's energy and build something together, it's so much more gratifying. And so, you know, that's the reason that I've put out 2 music videos from a project that is, I'm still going to put it out, but I'm pretty much.
Do I get a early release? Will I get an early release of that?
Oh, of course you will. Yeah, absolutely. But I've taken kind of the feature tracks and fast tracked those to what I wanted to get out to the world, because that's the kind of stuff that I want to propagate. Like, I like my solo songs, but I like performing and writing songs with someone else.
I think people like that too.
And here's the
people
problem.
like multiple artist tracks.
Here's the problem with Lou and myself. The caliber of MC we are, it's really hard to find someone who can complement you, who understands the intricacies, has been doing it for such a ridiculously long time that the craft is the interest. You know, it's
for collaborating.
It's great.
Is that what you're saying?
It's great rocking a crowd. It's great getting payoff. But
I'm glad you're bringing this up.
It's about writing. You know, it's about the creative process. Fucking trying a different
together,
pattern, a new pattern.
Like getting together and doing that.
Dude, our album's almost almost done. Real close.
Our album? You guys did an album together?
Yeah, we're a group called Mokes.
We're in a group called Mokes.
I remember you talking about that last time you were here. Missouri,
Mokes.
Kansas.
Mokes.
But it also means dudes with big dicks.
Yeah.
It's we're gonna incorporate that. Just getting it copywritten.
Okay. Are you so you look for people to kind of collaborate with, right? Sometimes
where it makes sense, absolutely. The video I just put out. It was the good graces.
Is his name Marty Peters? Is that who the other new
Matt Peters?
Matt
Peters.
Peters.
Yeah.
Who's Marty Peters?
Matt Peters is one of my close homies, and he did the production on that track and sings on it. So he's the one that sings the hook, and he made the beat. He's a phenomenal musician who has helped me with almost everything that I've put out or crafted. His fingerprints are on it somewhere. And I mean, beyond that, just like, you know, making so much music together that you develop a shorthand and kind of hone what it is you're trying to do. You know, like record something, think about it, and then go back, try it a little bit different, have someone to bounce that off of.
Wow.
Yeah. So, but the video was
really creating something. That's a lot of
really creating something. Yeah, dude, I'm not a musician. I don't know how to make beats, you know, but I know a crazy amount of people who know how to make really dope beats. Yes.
I'm going to I think I did this on the first. I know I did this on the first one. I think I did on the second one. So just to stay consistent, I have to say it on this one. Shout out to Mythic.
Yeah.
Dope beat maker. I know he doesn't listen to this and he won't see this, but shout out to Mythic because that dude's dope. Yeah. Nah, he won't. But I like his he's
I'll bet he might.
Beat maker, dope artist, dope person.
Dude. Just dope dude.
He was there the day we met. He'll probably check this shit out. Yeah, that was dope. So actually in that same alleyway, we just shot a music video. There's pictures, stills from it on my Instagram feed. I'm sure on Louiz as well.
Yeah.
And we shot the video. I think it was right where you met us when I was doing that eyeball piece.
Right.
But it was like on the opposite wall, and did big Mokes bubble letters. And so that's the music video.
Right.
And we have another generous person who is, you know, just wants to be involved in cool stuff and collaborate and work creatively and, you know, invested his time to come shoot our video and is producing it. And he's just about to graduate high school. I think he just graduated high school. But
see, you know what I mean? Like,
son,
super talented. Like he knows what he's doing, and he wants opportunities to develop his reel. Yeah,
but it's stuff like that that makes you feel good about what you're doing too, because it's like you see where your reach is at. You know what I mean? It's you're not just speaking to people your age; you're speaking to people in other generations too.
Yeah, so it's bridging gaps in it. It's also it's utilizing the resources that you have, and not waiting for the conventional version of what you think those resources are supposed to be to appear. You know.
Yeah. If I what would be the word? Would it be a faux pas if I threw an idea out there for somebody that I would love to see you work with?
Sure. I mean, no.
Sheven?
Yeah, that's coming. I just had a show with him Saturday.
I wanted to go. I couldn't get a sitter for my kids. I wanted to go. That's so bad.
Yeah, no, that's coming.
You talked to him? He's been on the podcast.
That's the homie. Yeah,
dude.
Yeah, that's coming.
I would love to see you guys work with him. Like, I think you guys.
And he
would
is
all
like,
vibe,
as far as like what he was saying, as far as like finding somebody on that caliber, as far as like a young energy, would be that. I would put him in that realm. Like, he would definitely be like a young cat.
Have you checked his
JL or Joey Cool?
Yeah. Have you checked Sheven's?
Yeah. I've been knowing him for a minute.
Man, I'm a big fan of his.
Yeah, I've been knowing him for a minute, and the thing I like about him is his cockiness. He's got a little attitude.
He's funny.
On him. And he's sure himself.
Yeah, I got to get him back in here. We had a good time.
Yeah, I saw what y'all was talking about with him using that word. Yeah,
You can say it. He said the gay word. He said gay.
Yeah,
used it in the 90s way.
Because
so if you grew up in the 90s, like all of us kind of did.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, absolutely.
You would say first of all, vocabulary should all be about intention. That's what vocabulary is. That's what it's intention. So if I say something is gay, I'm not, I'm not being derogatory towards homosexuals. It's just for us that grew up in the 90s, it's just completely something different. Like, it's dismissive, or like, you know what I mean? Like, oh, that's gay. That's just stupid. That's whatever. Yeah. And that's what his clip was.
I think the problem is that when those intentions aren't clear, it's right. Those intentions then get left up to loose interpretation of the listener. So that's when it gets very.
You're not going to see me say
jumbled.
That. Yeah. But I was just understanding where he was coming from with that.
But things have changed so much that, if you grew up in the 90s and you never adapted what you thought was acceptable.
Yeah.
No, if you don't grow with the times and you just are stuck in the 90s.
Yeah.
Right. With that, I think
that happens to a lot of people.
Frat boy mentality is like stuck in the 90s,
Dude, as quick as the world's changing, it's hard.
Johnny,
it's hard
I could still drink a keg.
Keg stand.
Yeah. See, I did a year at state school, and it was, part of what drove me away was just like the frat world of it, that whole just entity. Also,
I did JUCO in Wyandotte.
Me too.
That's the way to go.
You went to KCC?
Full ride scholarship, son.
Oh, nice. Me too. I went there too. Well, I dropped out because I was just wasting my time.
Me too.
Because
I got wrapped up in selling drugs and banging chicks.
Actually, ironically enough, my first.
I'm kidding. That's for comedic effect, everybody. Strike that from the record.
My first year there, I actually did really good. I never bought a book.
It's JUCO. It's not that hard.
Exactly. I never bought a book because I was like, I'm not gonna waste my money on a book. And I like aced every class except for math. And then I was going to write about a book that says how you don't need a book for college. So like, this shit is a breeze. But then I kind of like lost interest and I started slacking and going to play ping pong downstairs every day.
Right. In the rec room there.
Yeah, and there was just a downward spiral from there.
Yeah.
Dude, college, you can get really good at like table tennis or a pinball
foosball
machine.
Really I was a foosball guy.
We had Tommy, the pinball machine.
Oh yeah,
and
deaf, dumb, blind kid.
Dude, that was.
I got a piece so bad.
I put way too many quarters into that thing. Here, Lou and I'll hold it down, man.
Can you guys hold it down?
We got this.
Do you guys know each other? How long have you known each other? Are you sure you can do this? Are you professionals? You guys have done at least one song
together.
A decade or something.
Well over a decade. Yeah. I met you back in the Peanuts. So
you know what?
That's
How about
a decade
this?
right there.
Dude.
I got a better idea.
Yeah.
What's your song? Tick tock.
Tick tick boom.
Tick tick boom. I'm sorry, I suck with names. I do know your names, but the video's good. The song's great. Would it be cool if we played that right now?
Roll with it.
Yeah, absolutely.
The people need to see this.
And here's what we'll do.
What should we say? Say before we roll this film.
You go pee.
Yeah.
Yes.
And then we'll fill the air while you're gone.
You don't have to fill the air. I'm gonna play the song.
No, dude. You put microphones in front of.
All right, never mind.
Two hungry ass MCs.
We're not playing the song right now.
Yeah, man.
We can
you want the song now or later?
The video.
Video now.
If you're about to play the video right now, it's a video I just put out called Tick Tick Boom. The track is fucking bananas.
Boy.
Lou goes the fucking.
I was gonna say we can take a break and start that video and then come back.
All right, it's all good. I think while you gone, like you said, we gonna hold it down on this mic with something.
Yeah, man. I mean, unless you want to take time away from the mics to do something else.
How dare you?
How
dare you?
Well,
yeah. I actually do have to move.
I need to move my car.
I got to move this camera to get some beer out of that fridge. So let's do that real quick. Everybody,
just
this is so for the YouTube version, this is the video of Tick Tick Boom.
Yeah.
For the audio version, your ear holes are about to get thrusted with some loving
You're
sounds.
so subtle.
Assaulted.
Yeah.
Of LucidFlows.
We're gonna get
Lou Rip and Matt Peters.
I was like, I don't even know what I could say anymore because I was about to say a bunch of dirty stuff, and I was like, oh man, I can't even get away with that. This is fucked up times we live in, man.
Get away with whatever we want, man. This is
shit.
Neanderthal Talk podcast. We are not sensitive. We're hardcore.
All right, so we're off.
Boom, we're off. Hit that video, Robin. Boom.
Yeah.
All right.
Sing and shine on your crazy diamond. Finally made it, but where's my mind gone? Tick, tick, boom, there goes the time bomb.
Y'all can't blame me in a bar, baby. KCMC kids call me crazy. Dispatch blitzkrieg, did get about it, gon' crash the shindig. Let me in before I bring the house down. Big bad wolf in the shack of thin twigs. I can't hop up, I can puff up fast. I prefer peace cause love's what lasts. But we can do whatever you like if you wanna find out what it's like in a motorbike, a dump truck flash. Certified fresh flows, bona fide. Dip dives, it's so socialized. Spit it, we commitment to the minute to hit the limit and then flip it into overdrive. You can't contain me. Ain't no box to put me into that I won't rip through like wet tissue. Too versatile, too many styles to reconcile. Always come up with something original. Ain't nothing typical of my kid tools. Unequivocal skill when I spit at your rippables. Vicious and wolves in a skin of wool. Ambition feel visualizing the pinnacle. Made to momentum, I won't quit. Suited for passion, poetical pushing, man. Provide a party people that dope shit.
Sing and shine on your crazy diamond. Finally made it, but where's my mind gone? Tick, tick, boom, there goes the time bomb. Sing and shine on your crazy diamond. Finally made it, but where's my mind gone? Tick, tick, boom, there goes the time bomb.
Yeah, I'm trying to process it all. Real against the falseness coming out the projects where we obsessed about God's beck and call to the wrecking ball. Hit our apartment complex. Now we let our weapons off. Never took a second to recognize who the enemy. Jeopardizing a friend in need. Sending me into a mental frenzy. It's just knee deep. How strange am I? Grateful dead, same alive. Elevation through meditation, already making my way in the space hop. Put my name in the sky, change the climate, stay inside. The drought is yours, the rain is mine. Still sustain my way of life without all the fakeness that fame inclines. Time keeps ticking with each line I'm ripping. I'm deep in the mind, eager to find my mission. And wishing well, seems I don't fit, so I wish them well, even if they diss. A fisher male, hunt for the food on my plate. Drunk when the moon hits my face. I'm moving at a pace too fast for humans to race. Couple of ticks in the boom, the whole room dissipates.
Sing and shine on your crazy diamond. Finally made it, but where's my mind gone? Tick, tick, boom, there goes the time bomb. Sing and shine on your crazy diamond. Finally made it, but where's my mind gone? Tick, tick, boom, there goes the time bomb.
Knock, knock, that ain't opportunity. At the door, it's a horde that's plotting mutiny. Better get to running when I come in, I got an M on a shooting spree. Jot the eulogy down with the round, put it down to the ground. Hip hop community, I'm out for the ground, but we're not presumed to be a god. That's lunacy. True indeed, run me through, I bleed a human being. Equity, all of them Martin Luther King Jr.'s dream. Except for this mutant gene inside me, provided immunity for the venomous haters of the music scene. Even they watch when I do my thing. Hit it with a style that's original, get the crowd hype when I'm on the mic, I'ma rip it down. Metaphysical, criminal, individual, sip it around while I spit to the crowd of the dim lit room. Words flowing from the mouth like a list split fumes. My syntax, symbol with syntax, set it off, everybody get down, tick, tick.
Blazing.
That's true.
It's getting hot.
True.
It's getting hot.
And I mean
You
that. in
thought I
every
was
sense of
joking.
the
Now I'm
word.
on your spot. It's getting hot.
There you
What up, guys? We're back. Here
You're
we
back.
go. We just took a little break to grab a couple survey size.
Okay, so the video that we would have just watched when someone else is watching this back is filmed by my homie Mike Savage and my other homie Christopher Commons.
I would
And
like to
then
just
a
say
whole-
that video.
a whole team.
Ooh, fire.
That's the one and only time that I've been on a video shoot that like I was the talent and just the talent, and it was kind of weird.
And
It's
not the
kinda weird.
director or something?
Yeah, like we just had to get out of the way. Like they
had a whole squad, man.
Pulled a van up to the warehouse.
I'm really interested in the whole process if it's cool.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, as much as I can tell you about it, because it was all just kind of a whirlwind. There was
I don't have like
there would be like one group of people, and I think this is standard, but these were commercially professional, people, and so they would come in, and there'd be a group of like 2 that are setting up one scene, and then there are people in another.
How many people were working on it?
I think there were like 6. I remember like 6 people there filming.
There's two rappers and a singer.
Yeah,
right?
Well, we were the talent, so the
it was you 2 and then Matt, right?
I came late, like I was at work, so him and Matt,
you were there.
They did they part like throughout the day. So by the time I got there, Matt was leaving, so I shot my part. And like when I got there, like he said, there's probably about 6 people, but they were like, they would all go downstairs and prep up the set and do all this stuff, and which would take a little bit of time. But then when you got down there, all the shit was perfect. I mean, I've never done it. This was only like the second video I've ever fucking done. Like my first video was shot on some real.
But I'm saying outside of artists, how many people were there working on this thing?
Like you said, like about 6.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow. And you hired them?
Yeah, but it was for the love. Money was exchanged. But
I'm not even talking about that. I'm just saying you hired some people to help you out with this.
That would be simplifying.
I want to simplify. I don't want to get too personal.
Oh, I don't care. I don't care. I'm not gonna drop dollar amounts.
Don't tell them what you had to do to get them.
But I think I can totally talk about just the nature of the relationship.
It's just funny. It's just nice to see a real good in Kansas City, good music video.
I agree.
A lot of people are putting videos out there. Local people are putting videos out there, and they're not that great. But to see real shit that you can see on there, polished, filtered, edited, directed.
I agree.
I felt
looking
honored.
Fucking good.
I agree.
Both of your last 2 videos back in the day, they would have been on MTV.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That MTV quality style.
This is
you know what I mean? It wasn't like just some dude
with
with
what it's gonna take.
A nice camera or an iPhone. This was like legit shit. It's dope.
Right.
I love it. I like seeing that.
Here's the thing: like we'll go low budget and grimy, but then we're gonna have a style to it. Like one of the videos that we have coming out. So we have 2 videos that are gonna be ready to drop.
God, I wanna talk shit so bad, but I'm not gonna.
Go ahead.
I'm not going to.
Man.
No, I ain't getting in trouble. I got drinks in me. Keep going.
Yeah, but we have 1 video that is pretty much in the can, and
another one.
Yeah,
so of course you do.
2 more.
Of course you do. Of course you do. Of course Lucid does. He always has that shit ready to go. He's like he plays chess. He's got 3 moves ahead.
You can't take a plane off without.
How long you guys known each other?
At least a decade.
Damn.
Over a decade.
Damn. You guys go way back.
I mean, shit. The first track we ever did together was like 2007, I think, on the Gauntlet for my Blues Brothers album. The shit I was talking about.
The KC hip hop crew, the KC hip hop scene, when we were coming up,
the old school crew, you guys were tight knit.
Dude, you
group,
had to know
right?
each other because there was only one scene.
Right.
There was like.
What's the scene like now? Is it bigger or no?
Shit, I don't think there is even a scene. I wouldn't even call it a scene.
Why not?
Because
it's not cohesive.
There's nobody wants to work together. Nobody wants to share any knowledge.
What do you mean?
Everybody's about themselves.
What? I've had you guys on my podcast. That's all coming together, right? Okay, this is
our stuff's coming together nicely.
But check this out. I just had a young. I don't know if I would call him a trap rapper, but he's a young rapper. He's 23 and he's kind of trap style.
Sure.
Good. He's fun. His name's No Scope. Anybody heard of him?
No.
Okay. That's not. I had him on the podcast and his producer, Lil Twerp.
Okay.
Anyways.
That's almost funny.
It is funny. It is funny. They're cool. Anyways.
I mean, that's clever. Yeah.
I've been kicking this in my idea for a few months now, but I haven't told anybody. But they had said, "Hey, you should put on a show." And I've been kicking that idea. Like, how hard would it be to put a show and have? I would ask you guys.
Here's the thing:
people that have been on my show and get you guys together and do a show. Find a venue, put it together, and then just give you guys whatever money we make.
We're there.
Would that be cool?
Show done properly. Here's the trick.
I don't think it's that hard.
There's a lot of factors to consider, though.
Like what?
the kind of talent that you're putting together.
Have you seen the guests on my podcast? No. I will get the legit dope rappers.
All right. That's what's
I'm not being whatever, but I've had some dope rappers on the show.
But don't stick to rappers, because myself personally, and I think that also
I could do other, but I'm just saying, like, to put on a music show.
Sure, but I like us as an act with other genre bands performing at that same show, because I think that I'm open. That category.
Yeah,
like we're both conceptual writers, so like you might get a story, in this verse, and then the next verse is. Just like,
do you guys know non-rapper musicians, if you will?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah,
I'll check them out. Like
most.
So here's I've been kicking. So if you're saying you guys don't collaborate, maybe I could bring you guys. Maybe I could put on some kind of show with some of the dope people that I've had on. Bring you guys together, and everybody could meet each other. Maybe I don't know, man.
It's all good. Yeah, absolutely.
Is that something you think would be people would want to check out?
Yeah,
like everybody could promote it.
Whatever it is,
I think it'd be fun.
Just set it up so that, and we'd be happy to talk to you about it. Just kind of the P's and Q's kind of nature of what you need to make sure you have.
I have a place. I think I know of a place. I think I could get.
Yeah, sound's got to be good. That's
right.
That's the real kicker.
Yeah, right. For sure.
If they can't hear you right, then that hurts. It sucks to be ready to, like, you're ready to put it down.
I'm not. So my intention of bringing that up wasn't to put you on the spot to say, hey, would you be on that show? I'm really bringing it up as in,
I offered
do you think that would be?
And I also spoke for Lou without asking his opinion.
Yeah.
But
no, you already know it's a go.
Do you think that would be something people would be interested in showing up to a show with Neanderthal podcast guests who have been musicians there?
At our level, it's incumbent on each group that would participate in that kind of stuff to promote it properly and get our fan base out.
I think we could do it.
So
Robin.
That's why the important.
You think we could pull that off, right?
The paramount thing is audio quality to me.
No, absolutely. To me too. That's why
you have everyone pull all their people out, and then there's something like just a technical difficulty that hurts, and like it hurts the trust between artists.
Who are you talking to?
And the audience.
Look at my studio.
If I'm there and I'm
you just got some fresh mics and some headphones.
Who are you talking to? Man. I got studio foam, curtains. I got the.
No, I know you.
Audio is all. That's what I would have to make sure the audio is dope.
Yeah.
And here's my other rule.
Yeah.
And this is This is like a Neanderthal podcast festival rule. I don't care if you don't like it, you can't perform. You can't rap over your lyrics.
Thank you. Thank God. Yeah, do not come rapping over your lyrics. Man, I might personally smack your ass in the face if I see you rapping over your lyrics.
Here's what.
I can't stand that shit. Man, I'm damn near 44 years old, man. I do not rap over my rhymes. If you ain't got the breath control to rap over your shit, then don't fucking rhyme like that. That's how I feel.
True
that. Don't try to write shit that's out of your zone. If you can't do it, you can't pull it off. Don't do it.
If what you have on record,
Superman don't get called to do Spider-Man jobs. That don't work like that.
Thank you.
Damn, you just called out No Scope unintentionally.
Nah, man, I'm calling out everybody, dog. It is,
Damn,
man.
Yeah.
Real rappers do that.
Real rappers, dog, man. You don't rhyme over your shit. Why would you rhyme over your shit? People can't hear. It's like, dude, for real. I feel like this. You might as well just put your music on. Let the DJ play your shit and step away. Like, why are you even getting on stage?
Yes, thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
It's a performance.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I'm paying good money to see you perform.
Exactly.
I can listen to you in my headphones whenever the fuck I want.
Right.
Show me what you got, son.
Exactly. You gotta have.
I want to
whole
see
piece.
you. I'm paying to see you act, not to peer.
Sorry, then it comes down to, is it really the artist or the producer when it comes down to them playing their song live?
I don't know. You don't have.
You mean who makes that decision? I just think now.
I'm saying when you listen to it, who's really making it sound good? The artist or the producer when they have to play it live to rap over it? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Who's getting the credit, really?
Man, that's
you're faking the funk.
Yeah.
You're kind of quiet over there, Lucid. You don't want to get involved in this.
I'm a quiet dude.
I know. Do you have an opinion on this subject? Me and Lou are team.
Yeah. Stop rhyming over your shit.
Thank you.
I
paid to see you.
Exactly.
Here's what I think. I think that we would look good with acts of a different genre in the lineup because I think that it benefits to cross, pollinate. But also I think that you pairing other hip hop acts with me and Lou is problematic to them. Boom.
There it is.
You gotta come right,
boy.
You
You
know what I
better
mean?
come with it.
As I said, I would book.
Anybody
I would
round?
book the
But
correct
here's the
artist.
thing,
Trust
dude,
me. Trust me.
we fuck with like 12, 2 dozen artists that we would put on our level? Like it's here. It's just a lot of.
You guys are dope as fuck, and I would
There's
put
a lot
nothing
of-
but dope as fuck
Dude,
people on my
we
Neanderthal
came
fucking
up-
festival.
we
Are
came
you
up-
insulting me, Lucid? Are you saying I'm gonna have
Always.
trash artists on?
Yeah, man.
Always.
Come on, man. I'm having dope dudes on.
I trust
Yeah,
your
man.
judgment. I trust your judgment.
Come on. I have you guys on right now,
There you go.
I got
trust
you
your
on.
judgment.
right?
Yeah, man. No, I'm
Come on.
I
Trust
trust
my
your
judgment.
I'm being silly.
I had
dude.
Sheven on.
I'm being
That's
silly.
right.
Here's the thing. I support anyone who's doing it for real. I've never been a good battle rapper because
I ain't trying to
honestly,
battle.
I-
I'm just saying
No,
it would just be like, hey,
I'm
you do
talking
your
about,
shit.
It's
you do
not
your
about
shit.
you.
It'd
I'm
be
talking
fun.
about
Okay.
myself. I was never a good battle rapper because I just don't.
You're too kind.
I don't feel like making someone else feel bad. Like I rarely ever meet someone that I intentionally want to worsen their feelings about themselves or their day. That's just
Or their
like
mom.
not who I am. So I have no interest in that. I think that everyone should do their thing, and I'll be critical inside
Here's what
my brain.
Here's what I'm thinking. I've been thinking a lot about this. There's a spot I know I could rent out this venue.
Mhm.
I would make a green room for just the artists where you guys would all hang out, get to know each other, hang out, and you
Gotta
all
have
do
a
your
green room,
own
yeah.
little set.
Yeah.
What, 4 songs?
Yeah.
And just have a good time,
Dude,
just
it-
like a fun time.
It could be
That's
a,
it. Just hanging
super
out. Just,
small affair too.
Yeah.
It could be an intimate
Intimate
shit
shit.
together.
yeah.
Yeah.
I ain't trying to do anything huge or fancy. I mean, it's just something I've been kicking around. I thought that might be
Yeah.
kind of, I don't know. I think it'd be kind of
I
fun.
used to try and hit up
What
like
you know what the thing that got me was what No Scope. People are looking for things to do. They want something to do.
I used to hit up poetry open mics because there's only so many hip hop open
slam
mics at the
poetry
time.
or just like
Any kind.
Okay.
Just if they let you get on a mic and you're spitting poetry, but that's also the style of that I write is something that I've always felt it works as poetry. It works as lyrics to to a hip hop track. Whatever,
Right.
it can stand on its own. You can spit it a cappella and it'll resonate, or you can spit it to the beat and it'll resonate in a different way.
Mhm.
But having that versatility,
You know
imperative.
what, dude, who I really want to work with, man, is an orchestra, like a violinist.
Dude, it was.
I really do, and I want to like spit some bars over that.
I was flipping through
I really
PBS.
do.
that's
like
awesome.
No drums, no beats, just
a violinist.
you saw Nas in
Okay.
front of that orchestra.
Just a violin?
No, I didn't. No,
Or
I,
a-
I
how about
came
a
across
fiddle?
it on PBS, and it
A
was
fiddle, yeah.
it was Nas
Just
like
that.
that too.
Just that.
yeah.
Nas spitting Illmatic over an orchestra, and he was like in
That
it.
wouldn't be hard.
Oh
to
no,
do.
yeah. It was for his anniversary. Yeah.
Dude, that shit was
That was dope.
epic.
Yes, that was dope.
Yes,
Yeah, man.
like
I
that's
would-
substantiation. That's like you're accepted.
And you
everywhere.
know what?
You're
It's-
an institution in the American psyche
Yeah.
and the culture.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm texting my sister right now to see
Did
if
she
can.
play the fiddle?
I'm asking if she can still play the fiddle.
You know what?
And she's
A
coming to
fiddle
visit.
would probably be the dopest thing because fiddles, you can be very erratic, kind of everywhere, and that's kind of how we are at the bars, just kind of everywhere. So a fiddle would be the perfect thing to kind of like follow up with that and keep up with that. That would be like the ultimate challenge, dude. That would be fantastic.
Well, it'd be really cool if you did get a bunch of different types of musicians at this event.
But I love rap, and I
Is to-
have a
is
lot
to
of
have-
rappers on.
here's the
Nope,
thing.
sorry, she doesn't play it
to have a
anymore.
section.
Damn it.
Damn.
So
just guitar and a little piano.
have those artists do their sets, but then
I've
also
always wanted to play for a person who has a little piano, as long as it's a little.
that'd be
Not
mean
original
like a
size.
toddler-
Yeah,
like a toddler
baby
one?
piano, yeah.
was that Linus
Yeah. Schroeder.
Schroeder?
Schroeder was a piano player.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, you're right. You're right.
Look, you was over there thinking about it like he's wrong. No, he right. He right. Yeah, Schroeder. Linus was the blanket, the
Dirty.
whoopee.
Dirty blanket.
Dirty blanket. Oh, yeah, it was probably
Right.
dirty because he was
Well,
dragging
no,
it everywhere.
See,
yeah.
there was Pigpen and
Pigpen, that's what I was
Pigpen was
thinking.
a
I'm
nasty.
thinking
He had the
Pigpen.
dirt clouds.
Lionel was
Now
right
it's
hand
coming back to
man.
me.
the right hand man to Charlie Brown.
Yeah, sidekick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I wasn't a big Peanuts fan.
Oh man, I was huge.
Really?
Still am. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't
I
like
still
Charlie,
watch 'em.
Fuck that.
Dude, I was just thinking for
Fuck Charlie Brown and all
Charlie
that
Brown.
Peanuts bullshit.
so my 6-year-old is reading
Sorry.
now, and I
Isn't that fun?
I think that I want to get her the like a Calvin and Hobbes like quintessential thing, and like get her into that.
Yeah.
I fucking love
I feel
Calvin
you.
and
I
Hobbes.
feel you. That's too soon.
Is 6 too soon?
6 is way too soon.
It was in the newspaper. Anyone could read it.
No, I'm a huge Calvin and Hobbes fan. I read them too soon, and that was
that's
probably
why
soon.
yeah.
That's why you
Is
turned
that
out the
what-
way you did.
Yeah, that's why you
6?
started selling drugs.
Yeah, 6th grade, fifth grade. I think I started reading them, and I
Why is
should
that
have
too
started.
soon?
There's
Is
a
it
lot
the
of big words, and there's a lot of
existential
big.
questions and stuff.
There's a lot of that, and there's just
Yeah.
big words and big concepts. Like secede from my family.
But how is that
That's
not
a
a
bit-
benefit? How is it
I
not a
think
benefit
that
to
there is a benefit, but I think there is a point where it's too soon for that. At least for me.
I don't know. I've
If
had
me it was
I've
too
had
soon.
death discussions with my 6-year-old. You know,
That's
like,
different though. I think death is something different because you can experience death at a very young age and then start to just you have
But
to deal with it and accept
so
it.
the nature of that comic though, like either you get it or you don't. And if you don't get it, it's not going to do any harm to you. And if you do get
I don't
it, then
think it's going to do
probably
harm.
age appropriate, right?
Okay, I'm sorry. I think that's too early, not because they're not too ready to handle that.
Mm-hmm.
I think they can appreciate it more when they're older.
Oh, true that. Okay.
Okay.
I think if you
but I
wait
think-
longer, they're going to appreciate it more because they can
That makes
understand the concepts and the words more.
Okay.
Yeah, that does make sense.
And I think I do. I'm guilty of the same thing, and I shouldn't put this on you, but I'm guilty of making my kids watch something or do something too soon, like DuckTales. I think I put my son on DuckTales too soon because I wanted him to like it and hurry up and like it. Or Sonic the Hedgehog. It's because I love it so much, and I want you to do it. Hurry up! But I have to wait until he's actually ready for it. Like
Dude,
I can't wait
brutal.
I can't wait for him to watch.
I'm gonna have to play a little devil's advocate here because my first daughter, she came up watching a lot of like teen Nick at Night kind of Nickelodeon at 2 and 3 years old.
Okay.
And there were some things that maybe she shouldn't see. Nothing like sexual.
That's a different age because they're not really. Yeah.
The things that I think it did was it broadened her vocabulary. Like because she was saying a lot of 3 and 4 syllable words at a very young age.
Right.
Like things that she should not be saying.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I think it's because not only, I use big words, too, but also because she was listening to that and really taking that in. And even if she has no conceptual idea what they conceptually mean and putting it in proper context, just the fact that she's able to voice these out and say it, just attempt these big 4 syllable words was pretty amazing to me.
That's awesome.
Dude, when my 6-year-old told me that I was saying an idiom, I was like, wow. I was like, how do you know I don't think I knew what an idiom was until, I don't know, high school or
my
college.
daughter said Constitution at 3 years old.
Oh, my gosh.
Constitution.
Dude.
My
perfectly.
The kids are something to be
my 5-year-old
optimistic about. I think there are some fucking great kids that are being born right now by some good people.
Yeah.
My 5-year-old asked me if gravity exists underwater.
Shit, that's what's
Good
up.
question.
That's what's up. Hey.
Because it changes.
That's what's up.
Yeah.
That blew me away.
You got a brainiac on you.
It blew me away. I said, dude, first of all, I am so proud of you
for
asking me that question because
exactly.
it came out of the blue. This wasn't like he wasn't watching any. It just came out of the blue. It's like, where the fuck did that come from, son?
Those are future. That's a future of America mind right there.
Yeah,
That's a
like,
future leader mind right there.
Yeah, I was like, dude, I'm so proud of you. That is an amazing question.
That is an amazing question.
Yes, of course it exists underwater, but good fucking question.
Yeah.
Because you see the logic. Like, you see the complexity of what they had
He's
to
not even
consider
6
in that
yet.
moment.
He's in kindergarten.
To ask that.
And the funny part is they don't see the complexity. So it's like you don't even understand the depth of what you're asking. You know what I mean? So that's what's so funny is to see a kid come up with this stuff like, damn, do you know what the hell, how deep you're digging right now? Like, That's what I do with my firstborn all the time. I'm just like, good Lord. Like, she's in school learning, like, angles and volume and all this stuff, and she's, like, acing it. And I'm just like,
wow.
What the hell? And she's, like, all worried about it going into it, and she's like, oh, I got a B+. She was mad because she got a B+ on a volume test, awesome. And I was like, are you kidding me?
My parents would have bought me a new car if I got a B+.
Dude.
I'm not kidding.
That's why my daughters...
You should have gone for the B+, man.
Yeah,
I should have, but I didn't. Here I am.
They say that you shouldn't,
in
like...
debt,
you shouldn't,
in a
like,
shitty house.
reward your
Divorced.
kids when they do something good. They say don't reward them or whatever, but it's like, when she does stuff like that, getting straight A's on grade
Every
cards...
kid's different. You can't
I hook her
swath
up.
the big brush on all kids. Every kid's different.
They are different, and you know, it depends on how you're handling it. You know what I mean? And it's like, my daughter, she's the kind of person that she's very worldly at a young age. She takes everything in stride. She doesn't get overwhelmed by anything. It's kind of like she sees things, she understands and accepts her for what it is. She doesn't get overwhelmed by it.
Nice.
See, and I don't find that surprising because I know you.
Yeah.
You know, like
carry on the traits.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just passed on.
Yeah, I mean, I hope so. I mean, as a father, all I try to do is just be the best of me. I don't.
Were you playing softball earlier today?
No, I was. Why you asked that?
I don't know. Were you?
No.
Do you think this would be crispy, clean white? If
I don't know, man.
I mean, I must have sucked if I'm looking all crispy clean.
Or you were that good?
Got a just home run every time.
Home run, and you played in right field and caught every ball.
Just
there you go.
Just walked around the bases.
That was my. That was actually Saturday. So
sorry, guys.
Actually, man, I'm gonna be honest with you. It's laundry day, so it was like.
You guys, you want to know a secret?
What's that?
I shouldn't tell you, but I've had drinks. It is laundry day, and I haven't done laundry. I was having a fucking anxiety attack figuring out what the hell I was gonna wear. I shouldn't be at the point where I wonder what I should wear on my podcast because people are going to see me. I have to take a picture with them. What's going to look good?
You're going to be on camera.
I was like, I have nothing clean.
I think if you're going to be on camera, then you just have to consider it.
But I don't care.
You know what I mean?
I'm not that guy that cares, but then all of a sudden I found myself caring. And here I am. I look like nothing. Whatever.
I mean, we're all contradictions.
That shirt's dope.
I know.
You guys are... always got stylish shit going on. You've got stuff on your. When I watch your Instagram, I even commented on you like a month or so ago about your Detroit Red Wings bear.
That's right, the Tupac shirt.
Tupac, that's right.
That's right, spitting into the camera.
Such a good shirt.
So for those not watching,
and then this shirt
but listening,
oh my god,
so
good.
this T-shirt
it's a Banksy.
That I'm wearing, it's a Banksy ripoff, but it's a Banksy ripoff of an illustration of Mario dressed as the rioter throwing the flower instead of the Molotov cocktail, except it's the Mario flower, you know, from
the
Super
fire
Mario Bros.
Flower.
Yeah. So it's
so good.
So I was trying to buy a present for my homie Boogie, and
Boogie with a hoodie.
Big Boogie with a hoodie always has a woody.
So I was trying to buy a T-shirt.
He woke up with a woody,
and I found this shirt, and I was like, "Fuck, I want that for myself." But man, it's his birthday, so you know I'm gonna get him what I think I would want to get for myself. But then they didn't have it in his size, and they had it in my size. And I was like, "Boom!"
That's so nice. That's such a good shirt. Yeah, where'd you get it?
There's a game store in River Market. They do like the serious card games. You know.
Okay.
It's Level Up. Something like that is the name.
One of those nerd shops. I got.
Oh, super nerd shop, but I love that.
I wasn't being negative towards. I love super nerd shops.
And there I'm bad because I presume that you had.
Oh, I love nerds. I could get sucked into the nerd culture like you have no idea.
Nerds know what's up. Yeah.
Yeah.
I went.
They definitely do.
There was a place right down the road called Games Workshop, and I did not know what that store was, so I walked in there one day.
It's its own thing. It's its own.
It's its own thing, and they do like these.
Its own culture. Its own.
They're kind of like a board game, but it's not. It's like you versus me with figurines and dice and cards or something.
See, I did.
And you take these figurines. They're like these. You know what pewter is?
Yeah.
No, I don't.
It's like that melted metal.
Yeah, pewter
sculptures.
With
like sculptures, like little.
It's aluminum
people
it's
or
like
soldiers or robots.
Yeah, shiny
and
metal.
they're just shiny gray.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then you paint them. however you want, and then you paint your whole army of like this pewter army that you have.
So what?
Yeah.
And then you fight, and then so I have my pewter army that I've decorated and taken the time to customize, and then I play against you, and you've done the same thing, and then I think you use dice or cards or something. It's really nerdy, but looks super cool.
Here's where it should.
Like
to me,
it's
white people shit. It's like the whitest of
time.
white people.
That was
Here's where it should
that
go.
was the first thought in my mind when I started talking about this shit.
This should be an extreme sport. So you spend all this time, painting.
I mean, you're using like
a
a magnifying glass.
So
and
when
small,
you lose a player,
paintbrush.
each
Is
player
this
should
what
have
old boy
a
was
little,
doing
like,
on the 40-year-old version when he was like,
I don't
now
remember.
I'm making your black pants blue.
Probably similar.
I think so. Yeah, so each player has like a little vial of red paint, and then every time, like 12 hours, like paint each one of these motherfuckers, and then you lose them, and the other player gets to pour the red paint. That's the way it should be.
That should be like
because
that.
then
Yep,
you're gonna play like it's life and death.
Yeah,
You know
you're
what I mean?
gonna really
Like,
play.
That's 48 fucking hours.
That's hours of my time.
Dude, yeah.
And if it was a
turn
dude
it
that
up.
you really like, I nailed this piece so perfectly.
Yeah, you could drive wedges for generations.
That would guns are coming out on that sometimes.
Yeah, well, they have to, when you go in those shops, they make you leave guns at the door.
They should, but they don't.
Yeah.
You ain't worried
It's
about
not
nerds.
enforced.
It's
That's what
not
I'm about to
enforced.
say.
No.
It would be, I mean, to see a nerd with a gun, that would be.
It happens. Nerds have guns.
Do they?
Yeah. Nerds
Yeah,
have
that's-
guns. You know what they're called? Incels. Incelibate. Or involuntary celibate.
See, that's how I see a lot of the school shootings.
Involuntary celibate.
They're dudes that can't
They
get
can't
laid,
get laid.
but they want to get laid. But they can't, and they get angry.
So do I have
So there was,
I
remember
gotcha.
one of the, there was some rally where the dude drove his car through the parade
Yeah.
and hit some people and killed a lady? He was an incel. All right, guys. Now it's time for Brandon Patrick's episode, or part of the episode. One of the funniest people I know. So hope you guys can make it out to the show and watch this dude make you laugh.
So this is horrifying.
What's horrifying?
I was driving here,
Okay.
and I saw, this is so fucked up, I saw the hottest homeless lady I've ever seen in my life.
Really?
I was like, she's not going to be homeless she's not going to be out for very long. Like, she wasn't like hot for a person, but she was hot for a person in that situation. I was like, she's not going to be out here for very long.
What can she, so women tend to marry up.
Yeah.
Men tend to marry down.
Yes.
So if she were to marry up, what caliber dude would do you think that would be? What are we looking at here?
She looks like the kind of girl that would marry
Management? Like management at a Best Buy or an Applebee's? Or a
No.
server at Denny's?
There's a very specific
Or a cook at Waffle House?
type of dude who used to be successful in high school, like through the winning catch or whatever. Like that
Peaked,
dude.
like a high school dude that peaked in high school?
Yeah, but then like he now owns like a Chevy dealership. She looks like she'd be married to a dude like that, but
Oh, okay. Really?
she wasn't. She's under a bridge.
What bridge?
I'm
I'm single. I'm looking.
Was it 29? What's the one?
30, 39? 30?
78th Street
Okay.
ish.
Okay.
Exit 78.
That's funny.
There's 78 involved. I don't know.
78 is a street.
She won't be there when I go back. She was.
Wait, is that cord need to be messed up?
Oh, I don't
Pulled?
know.
There you go.
I don't
Okay.
think she'll be back. But that was
How
a
long do
good
you think
one.
she's been homeless for then? You think she's gonna get snatched up today? Why? Because it's Sunday. There's no Chief. The Chiefs are away, so there's not all that Chiefs traffic.
That's true. She just.
You know,
looked
you
like
have to get her before next Sunday. She probably has 1 week left.
She was dressed too well for her to have been out there for more than 3 hours. I'll say that.
So how long do you think she was only homeless for 3 hours?
Yeah, but she had like a little sign, like anything helps. But I don't know. She was like too put together to have been in that situation.
Maybe she's
all
just a
day.
busker. Maybe she has a. Maybe
That could be
she's.
true.
Maybe she's a single mom, or something like that, and she's
That's
just
probably a
pretending to be
quick way to make $400 in a day.
without having to
You don't have to do
degrade
anything.
yourself
Yeah.
even further. I mean, that's pretty.
You
I
can't
guess
even,
everyone's got their own level of degradation.
Yeah, I mean, it's whatever you'll take, the human spirit, you know? But she, bless her, you know?
How low do you think? What's the worst thing you could see yourself doing if you were in a bad spot? Could you ever get to a bad spot to where?
Worse than comedy? So right now, for money, sometimes I help chicks sell nudes on the internet.
Okay.
So like,
really, that's
I'm just
interesting.
like, take all these pictures, and then I'll find perverts to buy them by pretending to be these chicks
on Tinder.
Tinder, Bumble.
You're one of those. There's totally fake profiles. They're
Yeah.
so easy to spot.
No, but these are real. These ones, they'll fool you.
I bet not.
You think so?
I'm on those, and I swipe. I finally see if I've never. No, there's no way. I bet I have. You've never matched with me.
No, that's true. That's true.
I promise you.
That's true.
I can spot those. They're just too easy. They're too easy. But I've always wondered who does fall for them.
Yeah.
Because there's always out there.
Yeah.
You do this?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
I'm the guy.
This is amazing.
I'm the guy.
This is fucking amazing. People fall for it. Okay.
To a crazy degree. Bro.
Okay. Is it? Okay. I tend that you're swiping. You're the swiper.
Yeah. You know, she swipes.
So swiping right is to connect.
Yeah.
Is there like a target demo, like
No.
all 35 and up, frumpy looking dudes? I swipe right on all of them because they always swipe and they're dumb.
Bro, you pay
and desperate.
$10 initial investment. $10. Swipe on everybody.
Okay.
But these girls, here's why you haven't seen them. You put them in a different state. You go on Tinder Plus. You put them in a different state. That way, they're not running into their brother or their dad or their husband or whatever. You just put them. Wyoming, you get a lot of money out of. Montana, North, South Dakota, any state.
Western unpopulate, like where the capital is not so.
Yeah, anywhere where long haul trucking is like.
Okay.
Long haul truckers, oil people. They've
money.
just got a shit ton of money to burn, and they're not running into chicks where they live. And so they're like, this chick's up the street? What?
But don't they see like, holy shit, this chick is way too hot to like me? You have to understand. You got to know your lane.
Yeah, but I don't know what it is, man. They're just willing to.
They just think the lottery, they're scratching that lottery ticket.
Yeah,
and
you give them a hard up story. Hey, how's it going? Oh, just trying to get $400 for a bus ticket so I can go see my aunt. Oh, $400, blah, blah, blah. I make that in an hour. Oh, my God, what do you do? Are you the president? And then.
That's amazing.
Yeah, dude.
Yes. I can't believe it. Wow. Yeah, so you just swipe right on everybody, and then the suckers swipe right, and then you just start generic, and it's not a bot. It's real.
It's really me. Yeah.
It's really you. Wow, you're making money this way?
Yeah, I make 20% off of what they make. So they make a shit ton. There's another app called Friendly.
I've heard of that.
If you're a chick and you're looking to make money, Friendly, every message the dude sends you.
If you want more beer, by the way, just let me know.
Oh, I think I'm good. But every message the dude sends you, you get 35 cents.
Oh, wow.
You don't even have to respond.
35 cents per message?
Per message.
Wow.
So think about how long a conversation is. And you just drag that shit out.
I know how long they are.
Yeah, you just drag that shit out, and it's just. Wow.
Dudes are so fucking stupid.
I'm amazed.
Can you believe how dumb guys are?
I've seen a dude dump his whole paycheck into a girl for a 5-minute video. And I was like, dude, this is wild that you're behaving this way.
Wow. These are local chicks,
Yeah.
Huh.
These are all people I know. So it's like,
wow.
Money's tight. I'm like, you know what you could do?
How did you come up with this idea?
So long time ago.
Was it on Reddit or something? Or how the heck did you come up with this business? I like it.
Well, so I got fired from my job last year.
Digital pimp.
And one of my friends was like, what are you going to do? I'm like, stand up. I'm just going to do stand up. I don't want to have a job again. And so I was doing stand-up for a while, and it was doing okay. And then this chick was like, hey, what's a quick way to make $1,000?
This chick asked you that?
Yeah. I was like, sell cocaine. And she's like, less risk. I'm like, sell weed. She's like, less risk. I'm like,
less risk than weed? That's pretty low risk,
yeah. I was
right?
like, especially now.
That's what I'm saying. I mean, if
Like,
she was like in the right state anyways.
If you're like under, if you're under a pound, you're fine.
Yeah.
Or what was an ounce?
I don't know.
It doesn't matter.
It's not my world.
However much is in my lungs, you can have twice that amount.
Okay,
Like,
nice.
But I was like, just sell nudes. She's like, how do you do that? And I was like, I tell you what. Take these 50 pictures, because this is what I would want to see.
Okay.
Take these 50 pictures, give them to me for a month, and I'll give you 80% of what I make on them. And she's like, okay. I was like, that's wild that you would just trust that, but hell yeah. It was off to the races.
How well did you know her? Yeah, because you're right. That is wild that she would trust you with that.
I did not know that girl very well.
Okay.
We're casual friends.
But she needed $1,000 and you had a plan.
She made $1,700 the first month.
Wow.
Yeah. So.
And you got what, 20% of that?
I had 20% of that.
How much is that? $400, $500.
Something about that, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Huh.
And all I'm doing is like for an hour a day talking to a trucker. Come on.
You know what a trucker wants to hear.
I know, dude. I know what I want to hear. So I'm like,
exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. I like it.
It's
holy greatness.
I've got like a system worked out. Like
I can see.
I have all these specific pictures that I get, so that if a guy's like, prove to me that you're real right now, boom. I don't have to go to the chick and be like, I need this right now.
Right.
I've already worked all that out. It's like, boom.
Right. That makes holy shit, dude. You're a genius.
It's dope, man.
I love it. Do you got business cards for this? What do you call your business?
I don't. I need something. I've been calling myself a nudie broker.
Okay.
Because it's like, I think I want to make it a business.
You have.
But like for others to get involved in, because I actually hate doing it. I like the money.
I get it.
But I'm like, dude, this could be an app that we farm out to India or wherever.
Don't they kind of have something like that? Aren't there bots? I mean, those are...
There are, I mean, the thing is...
I mean, that's what separates you from... I mean, you can start shelling this out and turning it into bots, but are you going to be as profitable?
Right. I have to...
This is an art form.
Has to be in America
like your comedy. This is a pure art. But you don't enjoy this art form?
I don't enjoy it. I like the money.
It's a dirty hustle?
It's a dirty hustle, and it's like... Some girls don't make any money. And that's like super hard to like explain to someone. Like, I know you just sent me 80 pictures.
Oh, they don't make money?
Videos, but
why? Because they're just
nobody's feeling this shit.
They're not attractive.
Whatever it is, man. It could be they're not attractive. Some of them, if you set up like an OnlyFans or a mini vid site or whatever, they price the shit like at what they think it's worth, not what it's actually worth. So like OnlyFans is a thing where you can subscribe for a month to a chick. It's like a sexy Twitter.
Okay.
So every day she posts like a nude picture or whatever and like a fucking caption. Super easy way to make money. Okay.
Okay.
But the way you make money is an aggregate. You make money by having 20 guys sign up, not one guy sign up for $200. You know what I mean? You'd rather get 20 $1 guys than one $20 guy. Although it would be easier to get the one $20 guy.
Okay.
You should focus more on
quantity.
And some of these girls are like $50 a month, and it's like, well, there's porn out there, like
for free.
Yeah, you gotta. The value of this is the guys get like a conversation.
They think they're really talking. They think they really have a chance.
Yeah. Some of these guys like, I'd love to fly you out to Atlanta, and I'll text them like, you be interested in going to Atlanta? No? Okay, never mind.
Yeah. Wow.
But like, and that's like, you don't want to get involved in that because that is pimping, where you're like.
That's pimping for sure, man. That's 100%.
You go to Atlanta and
8-ball and MJG type shit right there.
And you give me, no, I don't want any part of that. I don't want any part of that, man.
Yeah. That's just one step closer to that.
Yeah.
That world.
And it's a dark world, man.
It is. golly, pimping's funny when done comedically.
Yeah.
It's hilarious.
Yeah.
Micro pimp.
Yeah.
On next Friday, Friday after next.
Dolomite.
Yeah.
Eddie Murphy's doing the Dolomite movie next month. Or it'll be this month.
Pimper's Ball.
Yeah.
The Chappelle Show. Pimping's hilarious.
It's
like I said, I referenced 8 Ball and MJG. Coming Out Hard is one of my favorite hip hop albums of all time, and it's just straight pimping.
Yeah.
But when you get into that real world of real pimping, that shit is dark. That shit is dark.
Anytime I have to
it's dark, man.
Push someone, I wouldn't say push because I never, I'm so detached from it. I'm like,
more of a slap.
This is what the guy wants, and they're like, I don't know if I can put another dick in my ass. And it's like, I don't know if you can either.
Right.
But if you can, you'll make $300.
Yeah.
And if you can't, you've made no money.
Right.
It sucks. But people need a place to express their sexuality.
Yeah.
So I'd love to be able to build a platform where people can do it safely, and basically I'd love to build friendly, but profit off of it instead of them profit. But I don't know. It's one of those things that's like, I really just want to do stand-up. And I don't want to have some weird porn app that is also me.
I mean, if that porn app can make you enough money where you don't have to worry about money,
yeah,
and then you can focus on comedy all the time.
Yeah.
I mean,
it's dope. I mean, I'm just one
tempting
dude,
at least.
So I'm working with 5 girls right now.
How are you getting these girls?
A lot of them are on Tinder. 2 I knew before.
You matched with them not with that in mind, but just, oh, hey, here's a hot chick hopefully I'd like to hook up with.
Yeah.
And then how do you...
One chick was going through my phone when I was in the bathroom, which not a fan of.
Well, how did she... No,
Yeah.
I don't leave my phone around people.
I don't have any...
I don't trust anybody anymore.
I don't have any attachments, so, I don't care, what they find. It's you're just going to upset yourself. But I remember I opened the phone, I went to the bathroom, I came back, and she's like, why do you have so many pictures of naked girls? And I was like, that's a great question.
That would be easy to explain when you have all the different poses that they're doing of one person.
Yeah, I'm like,
that's
you can
an easy
see
explanation.
You go through the thing, and then I went over to PayPal. I'm like, and then here's the money that this generates. And she's like, I want to do it. I was like, all right, let's go. And then one was a girl who needed $1,000 to pay for whatever. I never asked those sort of questions, but she needed $1,000. I'm like, here's how you can do it. And then some girls on Tinder where it's just we just don't click, but I'm like, hey.
You don't click with everybody. Yeah.
Yeah. It's I remember one girl was just she wasn't into me, I wasn't into her. And then she asked something about is there a lot of money in comedy? Maybe I can get into that. And I was like, no, but there's a lot of money in this. And she's like, no, there's not. I'm like, oh no, there is. Here you go. Here's the formula. And so it's pretty fascinating.
Why did you come up with 20%? You're doing a lot of work. They just took...
It's ego. It's ego. Not my ego.
Theirs?
Yeah.
I mean, I get it. I get it. I mean,
it's just hard to...
their pictures. It's you're using their art.
The risk is on them.
Yeah. I mean, if you're okay.
If the shit goes
if
left...
you look... I think if you look good, you don't care if your shit's out there.
Yeah, but most people don't look good.
But how many people think they look good? These chicks obviously think they look good.
They think they look great.
Do they?
But they also have husbands, or they have boyfriends, or they have Christian family members, or you know what I mean? They have all these barriers.
That's where the safety comes in, where you're using these other states.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Right. So it's the lowest thing I've ever done, for money, but it's fun. I get hot chicks nudes all the time.
Yeah.
Who the fuck's gonna complain about that?
The dudes that are getting hoodwinked. How does it end with a John? What do you call it? What do you call it? It's not a John.
I just call them, they're just marks.
Marks. There it is. That's
like
the word.
Sales marks. It just
sales. No. Not like sales mark. That's what a con man calls them. That's a mark. You're a con man. It's a mark.
Well, I mean, it is a con. They always fizzle out. You know.
The guy just kind of starts questioning if this is really going to happen.
Well, they start getting cheap, like, oh, you're kind of my girlfriend now, so you should just send me.
Okay.
And it's like, no, it's not that. It's very transactional. Or, hey, I didn't like that video that I spent $200 on. It's like, that sucks for you.
Yeah.
I don't know what to tell you. Like, a lot of the chicks quit. I probably worked with 8 or 9 chicks over the year I've been doing it, and a lot of them get a boyfriend and they gotta quit. Or one girl got into cosmetology school and she's like, I gotta quit. And I'm like, but
I'm gonna say something that might be a little controversial here.
Yeah,
those chicks are usually a little loose, if you know what I mean. They're not too concerned with their image as part of sexuality goes in cosmetology. They're them chicks are freaks.
They're getting out there, yeah.
Them chicks are freaks, and I cosmetologists, holla at your boy. I ain't shaming you.
There's no shame. I mean, it's a beautiful expression of people's bodies. I love seeing what people come up with their bodies.
Right.
I'm like, oh, yeah, that's how nipples can look. I forgot.
Yeah.
Let's see who the market is. But I don't know. I mean, I don't want to do it forever. I don't like having to you get excited when you get like a message on your phone. It's like, oh yeah, it's just some dude trying to fuck me.
Right.
So yeah, I see.
I would hear cha-ching.
Yeah, now I see why chicks hate it, but it's a lot of just idle conversation, which is like cool. So
that's 35 cents.
If you're on Friendly, but if you're on Tinder, it's nothing.
Okay. Well, that's just part of the long con.
Yeah. It's all
the long con on your mark.
Right. And you
should call yourself Joseph Smith.
Joseph Smith. Now that's a con.
Exactly. He was a con man.
That guy.
He was a 14-year-old con man.
That guy did it.
He did do it.
That guy. Dude. He didn't even. Dude, he took Christianity and he's like, all right, I can't come up with much better than that. So we're going to use all of those rules. Mm-hmm. But multiple wives.
Yeah.
Everybody in? All right.
That's right. Hey, how do you know this? Well, I've got, the seer stone. These golden tablets, check them out.
I got these golden tablets. You can't see them.
You can't see, I got the seer stone, though.
I
can see them.
To show them to you.
Aren't you a con man? Yeah, I used to be a con man.
Yeah.
But all of a sudden I found these seer stones. I'm not a con man anymore.
Do you watch The Office?
I used to. Nobody watches it anymore.
Oh, I watch it every night.
Yeah, do you? On Netflix?
Yeah. Ryan Howard is Joseph Smith.
Yeah.
Like this dude that flew too close to the sun.
That's funny.
And then just had to rely on grifting for the rest of his life. Like just shady hustle after shady hustle. And it's like, that's Joseph Smith.
Yeah.
Stabbed in prison. That's Joseph Smith.
And we know the guy.
Yeah.
Wow, that's funny. Huh.
Yeah.
So I'm glad I asked that question. What's the lowest? So that's
we already know.
That's the lowest you've gone.
Yeah.
That's
that's
kind of low. Would you call that pretty low? Hold on. I'm not going to judge you. I think it's genius, and I see nothing wrong with it.
I love it personally.
But I can see how people, which is really funny that you're a comic.
Yeah.
And this whole Dave Chappelle shit that's going on right now.
Good for him.
It's kind of funny that.
Good for him.
He's kind of.
Dude, he's. The thing about Dave Chappelle.
But I'm just saying what you're saying with all of this. This could get you canceled. You doing this is cancel culture. This is. You could get quote unquote canceled for admitting to being a digital pimp, but I see absolutely nothing wrong with it.
Well, I mean, I've got everyone's permission.
Exactly. So we're all adults. It's consenting adults.
Yeah, there's nothing wrong.
And you're just hustling. The only thing I would say maybe people might have an issue with is, so you're just hustling single. Well, you might not even be hustling single dudes. A lot of them are probably married.
Yeah.
I got no issues with it.
I mean, look, if people can find an issue, good for them. But
people will.
My thing is like
the woke people will. Don't you think?
The woke people are the worst people. But it's like if you can find an issue, good for you. But then you have to tie that issue back to yourself.
They don't do that. They don't think that far ahead.
Right. But that's my thing. It's like you don't care about that. You don't care what I'm doing. You think you have like a moral position on it, so you can be like Brandon shouldn't do that. But it's like you don't care. Like the woke people, like
I don't know about that. I sometimes wonder if they really do care. I think they get so wrapped up into it that they make themselves like almost like a placebo effect, and they make themselves actually care, and they actually get sick about it and emotional. Like I've seen it.
That's insane though. Like
it is insane. But as we were talking before we started this live podcast, is crazy's out there, and crazy's hard to understand if you're not crazy.
The woke people that bother me the most they're like champion causes that aren't even theirs. Like the white women who are like, Black Lives Matter. And it's like, they do. But like, I don't want to hear it from you. You know, I don't care that you feel this way. Because you don't really feel this way. You just want something to be mad about.
Some social brownie points. And this looks good. Look how woke I am. Yeah.
It's like, hey, enjoy
I'm an ally.
Enjoy it, you know?
And I want you to know I'm an ally.
Everyone's got their like their causes that they care about. You know, I care about all sorts of things.
What do you care about?
Well, I'm glad you asked.
Big brothers, big sisters?
I care about like the criminality behind like marijuana and stuff. Like I think that not only if we make it legal, should it be legal across the board, but I think we need to like expunge the records of people who were prosecuted under this, we're now seeing unjust law.
Yeah, I've struggled with that. Why I got a couple gnats flying in here, motherfucker.
It'll happen.
It does happen. I've struggled with that because although I'm pro ending prohibition on marijuana, obviously, I want all drugs legal.
Yeah.
But I struggle with the idea of saying if we legalize it now, letting people out because it's legal now. I struggle with that. I think it probably should, but you broke the law at the time knowing it was against the law. Just because now it's not against the law.
Well, so that's
you knew it was against the law when you did it.
That's a famous anti-abolitionist argument. You know, people who would free slaves were willingly breaking the law because they knew in their hearts it was an unjust law.
Well,
so
I mean,
it's hard to tie slavery into marijuana, but there are people who believe strongly enough.
I mean,
that
one's a human rights. I guess they're kind of both human rights issues, aren't they?
Right.
But at a different degree.
Yeah, I mean, it just depends what your priorities are.
I know. I'm pro-slavery, I guess, right?
It'll happen.
Apparently.
Yeah.
As I sit with two black dudes next to me and the door over there.
I mean, it'll happen. I mean, it sucks. We have way too many people in prison in this country.
Oh God, yeah. Trust me, I'm pro get everybody out of non-violent drug offenses out of there.
So get them out.
Prison is slavery.
Yeah,
100%.
You know,
drug laws are racist and
of course
100%. Yeah, it's modern day slavery. I think most people with a thinking brain that don't primarily watch only Fox News would probably come to that conclusion. Hopefully.
Yeah, I mean, well, now that the opioid crisis is happening, and it's happening to white people.
To white people, yes.
Which, you know, now that that's happening, now something has to be done about this. We can't just let this go unchecked. It's like, okay, but, so, what about this other thing that's pretty much identical? We're going to go back and do that, or are we just doing...
Yeah.
It's really fascinating to watch. Just sort of like the gymnastics people have to do to be like, well, these guys are victims, but the drug law people are criminals. I don't think you should police any level of addiction, any level of mental health.
Right.
Shouldn't be, you know.
I kind of blame that on Reagan.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, private prisons are a pretty bad.
Yeah, that was all under Reagan.
Yeah.
That, and then he changed the standards for mental illness and put a lot of crazy people out on the street.
Private prisons with mandatory minimum populations.
Yeah.
That's insane.
It is insane.
That's insane. And like America, that's happening. In America, like they're building new prisons. A private company is, and they're telling the government this has to be 80% full or we're suing you. That's crazy. Like
weird.
So like
so weird.
It has to get full somehow.
It's so weird. Yeah, it does have to. But what are they gonna? What do you think they're gonna do now that marijuana legalization is? It's inevitable. It's gonna be federally legalized within the next. I can't speculate, but
certainly 6 years.
Even if it's 20. That's a long time away.
Yeah.
But let's say it's 20. That's not a long time away. Those private prisons that are still being built.
Yeah.
20 years from now, that's still not an old prison that needs to be furnished, filled.
You know, so now you're going to get your immigration offenders, which goes back to the abolition argument, you know.
Well,
you're going to get all of you overstayed your visa and you don't have a doctorate, you don't have a skill that we can consider highly skilled. You know, you're just a replaceable cog. You know, it's a bad way to look at it, but like migrant workers, you know, it's like
no, it's an interesting way to look at it.
You pick strawberries for 20 cents a day. We could put you in this jail for $2 a day, and it's offsetting our obligation to this private company because we're filling it with people. People don't have to be of any citizenship status. They just have to be people, you know. The younger, the better, because that means they'll stay longer.
And they're physically fit.
They're physically fit so they can work harder.
Energy, yep.
You know. We'll probably go after people like that. With the rise of healthcare costs, people who can't afford like psychoactive medications, probably go after that. There's a lot to be done in the privatization of like mental hospitals.
Mm-hmm.
So now you've got people with mental issues that, you know, can't function on the streets. So you put them into this thing, and I can see them passing the same mandatory minimum type laws for these facilities because the government can't fund any of this. So if you have someone saying, I'll do it for you, all you got to do is give me the people, the government goes for that every single time.
Yeah.
You know? That's why we have mercenaries. Like, there's actual mercenaries in the country.
Mercenaries all over the world.
Yeah, all over the world.
Right.
Doing shit that, like, it would be inconvenient for, you know, some guy 18 years old out of the army to do. But this guy who doesn't work for the army, he's just an independent contractor.
Mm-hmm.
If he accidentally massacres a school bus or whatever, it's
Wait, you think there's? You mean in this country? You think mercenaries?
Yeah, like
mercenaries
Blackwater, like all.
But they're not doing stuff in the in the United States.
Really?
I don't think so.
You don't think so?
I like what?
Why do you think that?
I don't think. A lot of the Blackwater people are ex-military.
For sure.
I do not think even not necessarily crazy, that's not the right word. What would be the right? I just don't think military type people are going to turn on their civilians.
No, they're not.
Like that.
But they'll turn
even if they're in Blackwater, they'll do stuff for money and do it in other countries.
I think they'll take out people.
But
America.
But they don't. They're not going to take civilians out. They're not going to take just American civilians.
American civilians acting outside the interest of whoever's paying them. You know.
Where's that? What? But okay. But like
Jeffrey Epstein got taken out by someone.
All right, guys. I'm going to leave it on that little Jeffrey Epstein cliffhanger there. Again, with all of these episodes, just go back and listen to the whole thing. If any of these parts sound like they'd be a good episode, go back and listen to the whole thing if you haven't already. Last and certainly not least, we got Sheven. And again, another one of my favorite musicians, not just in Kansas City, but just anywhere. I love this dude. Extremely talented. a man of his word. Watch how this one ends, or listen, however it is you intake this episode. Just check out the ending of it. It's it leads up perfectly for the event, for Primordial Soup. Please go get your tickets, guys. Hit my link in the bio, or just search Neandertalk in Eventbrite or on Eventbrite, and get your $10 ticket, man. I love it. I love you guys. See you there. Here's a great question.
Mm-hmm.
Are you great to me? You perform, you do your own music. Like, you don't rap over your lyrics or sing over your lyrics?
No.
A lot of people do.
Mm-mm.
I'm highly against that.
You gotta be.
That ain't.
If you rap over your motherfucking lyrics, and it's not the chorus, I get leaving the chorus in.
Right.
But if you got a verse, and that shit's behind you, you're a bitch.
That ain't hip hop.
That ain't hip hop.
Man. How old are you, Sheven?
28. I just turned 28.
10
days ago.
How, okay.
Old as shit.
In the hip hop community, local, whatever, in the community, is that discussed? Rapping over lyrics? Is that discussed?
You see the topics on Facebook and shit.
But I mean, like, when you guys get together, like, if you go to a show.
I'm not hanging with nobody who raps over their vocals.
Are you sure? Because I've seen some pretty talented people do.
Put them out there. Come on. I said fuck Skyline. I've been talking shit.
Who the fuck's Skyline? I don't want to call out.
Dude, they got a lawyer to sue me. What do you? I'll probably get a.
All right, man. All right, I will call. I got some friends that I've had on the podcast, or performers. They do it. There's a. I went to a show. I was really okay. And I want him to be on the show, and I don't want this to whatever.
Just say it.
Casey Young Boss.
I play a show with him. He's on the Joey Cool Bill.
He's awesome.
You should just go. Why don't you go? October 11th. You're going to see all your favorites. Sully 4Q.
Oh, shit.
Marley Young.
Oh, shit.
Everybody that's in fucking Info Gates. Fucking
damn.
Young Boss. Fucking.
Where is this at? Riot Room?
Pull up the card. The Abnorm.
Oh, is Lou Rip going to be there? No.
Louiz Rip?
Lou Rip.
That's my boy.
Is he?
Yeah.
Okay, I had him in Lucid. Do you know Lucid?
Yeah.
I've had Lucid on a bunch of times. And
Louiz is dope. I want to do a song with Lou.
Okay,
Lou.
I had them on recently, and I said, would you guys do I said, would they do something with you? Because I think you guys would make. I think you guys coming together.
This guy, hold up.
I think it'd be so
Abnorm,
dope.
Josh Solly, Adrian Truth, Sully
nice.
4Q, Scar the Monster, Marley Young, Raven Oddboy, Tay Diggs, Jay Izzy, Young Prez, Young Scar, Young Boss, Sheven, and Jay Vassar.
Oh, Young.
That wasn't the order. I was just reading. They're all fucking.
Sure. Okay,
sorry.
so I went to.
Wasn't showing favorites. Sensitive ass Kansas City Woodgate. Oh, fucking sensitive and shit. Oh, he said so and so first.
They ain't that sensitive.
Dude,
Come on.
I'm
They
telling
ain't
you.
not that sensitive.
I'm telling you, man.
All right, so I went to. I don't know. Are they really? Yeah.
Whatever camera's at. You sensitive motherfuckers.
Really?
God
oh
damn.
Gosh. People be sensitive, man.
People are sensitive.
Okay, so I went to the Twista show because Lou Rip was playing there.
Yeah.
I saw he was going to be there, and he's great,
He's
dude.
dope
He's one of my he is dope live. I like him a lot.
7 foot tall.
Yeah, he is.
He's so fucking tall.
He came in here looking like a professional softball player.
Basketball player.
No, softball.
Why?
Because he just looked like. I mean, he had like a Royals jersey.
What's
and
a softball? You mean baseball?
Nah, he looked like a softball player.
There is no professional softball.
Exactly, it's the joke, man. I had to clown on him.
He's killing you out here, man.
I love him. He's
gonna hear.
Trust me, he knows.
At the door, you gonna open the door. 7 foot Lou out there, like, oh yeah.
Yeah, exactly right. I love that dude. He's one of my favorites. I went to go see. I didn't go to see Twista. I went to go see Lou Rip and then Casey Young Boss. I was like, dude, so I got to see him. And Young Boss he was rapping over his lyrics. I was like, oh no! I was so disappointed. I was like, no. But I still love him. I still think he's great.
I haven't heard his music.
Really?
I don't dive into the KC scene.
Yeah.
You know, I don't feel like it's I'm obligated to. You know what I'm saying? It's like I make music doesn't mean I need to be like in touch with everybody. And,
sure.
You know what I'm saying? If you send me your album, bro, I'm not gonna be a dick. I'm not gonna be like, nah, fuck you. I'm not gonna listen. I'll listen to this shit. But I'm not like out here looking for local cats. So, you know, like someone was hitting me up.
That makes sense to me.
Somebody hit me up and was like, hey man, got some local talent in KC. You gotta check out. Like, motherfucker, I'm local talent in KC.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm trying to put myself on.
You're on KC Mixtapes Radio, son.
Yeah, I'm not trying to put nobody else on. Like, once I hit a spot where I can fucking extend a ladder down, then we could talk. But let me get to where I need to get. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
It's like people trying to. That's the problem. It's like you got a rocket taking off and motherfuckers start trying to jump on and shit. Next thing you know, got too many motherfuckers on the shit.
Yeah.
Can't make it up.
Yeah. It's got to be kind of a game now.
It's like, what part are you playing?
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Because you're playing a big part now.
Because I got a couple engines that need filled. I need a DJ full time. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I need a lights guy. I need this. I need that.
You need a manager.
I need a team.
You need a team.
Starting a street team.
What's
if you want to join the street team, hit me up on Instagram or whatever the fuck you see me on.
Sheven
Street team
KC.
is like when you got a show or a drop or anything, you can
throw out flyers and
send them
shit?
flyers, send them whatever. They're gonna help push that shit in their city. I got people in Sacramento. I got Colorado. I got Arizona. I got
really?
Kansas City.
Oh, dope.
Yeah, Powerlines had flyers all over the fucking.
Oh, really? Ooh, I want a street team.
Shout out Kevin. He flyed up L.A. I sent him to Sacramento. We had Denver. We had the campus in Santa Monica in California was covered.
Wow.
So we was doing it.
Street team, hit me up. Hit me up, street team. Let's make one up.
Yeah.
And
if you're loyal, you can be the head street team person in your city, and then you can fucking boss the other motherfuckers around.
Okay, so I was gonna go back to where, so you're not cool with people rapping over their lyrics. I just wondered that you guys don't really talk about that when you all get together, though.
It's like a known thing.
I know it's a known thing, but some people justify it. I've had rappers on here justify it.
They're like, it sounds better when what if you forget a.
Yeah, well, I've heard it all. I've heard sometimes I run out of breath because I'm chopping so fast.
Yeah, but like Tech Nine even has posts and shit where he's like, if you don't write to perform, then what are you doing? You know what I'm saying? You have to take a breath. Like, write to know you have to take a breath. You can't get on there and take 2 takes at a show.
Yeah.
Yeah, you have to.
Well, that's why they don't want to. I'm personally, I'm against it. I don't like it.
They're excuses they're just insecurities.
Yeah,
bro.
I think it's just they don't want to put in the time. I think they're being lazy.
You know when you ask somebody something that's real personal and it's like something they do, but like it's like the fat kid who goes swimming but he wears a shirt.
Right.
Like, hey man, why do you wear a shirt? And he's like, oh, like wear a shirt because like I get sunburned real bad, or like
sure.
I gotta, it's like no, bro, that's not why you wear the shirt.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? No, it's not why you rap over your vocals. You rap over your vocals because you're insecure and you can't do the shit perfect. If you rap perfect over your vocals, you wouldn't have the shit. You know what I'm saying? Like it's like I know rappers who when I met them were rapping over their vocals and now don't.
I can see it. I can see people starting off and using it as training wheels.
But
if you're brand new into performing live, I guess I can see people using it as a crutch.
But I don't want training wheels, and no, I didn't have training wheels.
I don't think I wouldn't
do
it,
bro. I told my parents no training wheels.
Yeah.
If I fall, I fall.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I told them no training wheels.
Me too.
Throw me in the fire.
In fact, I told them to give me a unicycle. I said I don't even need 2 wheels.
I said recess. We quit school because we didn't like recess.
Too many games. That's right.
Right.
Too many games.
Too many, son.
Games.
Come on.
Huh?
These games.
Holla.
Let me holler at you. Holla.
So now you're reinvigorated, I assume.
We got more Coke.
Yeah, let me go get you another Coke. You guys want to take a quick break?
Let's take a quick.
We're going to take a quick piss break. Hit stop streaming.
Hit a piss, hit a miss.
Come on, man.
Throw
Got
some
blue face
goddamn
honeys in
dollars on
there.
here, motherfucker.
Look at that shit, making it rain up in here.
Huh?
Now we're live too, sucker. So
Wow.
sucker.
Are we live? He's a real rapper. He just pulled out a wad. He just pulled out a stack,
He
son.
called them receipts. I had to.
He had to show him. Those weren't receipts. Them were blue-faced honeys.
Blue face 50s.
Blue-faced honeys. Yes. Well, so you...
Maroon face 50s.
You're kind of, you want to continue that conversation we were just having about how some people are working too hard for social media?
Yeah. So we was talking in the commercial break about, you know
I
what I'm saying?
I wish I had a commercial break.
We need a commercial break.
Who wants to sponsor me?
Meowana. Hey, have you had Meowana's owner on here? I was meaning to talk about
Have who?
that.
I haven't had them on here. I follow them. Ever since you were on last time, I follow them on social media.
Bro, they're blowing the fuck up.
Are they?
Everywhere I go, I
Does
see
he
want to
come on? Is he local? He's local?
To Chris, yeah.
If he wants to come on, I'd love to have him.
Yeah.
I like what he's doing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's my guy.
Set it up, son.
Check this out. This
Set it up.
This how Chris
Meowana,
is.
come on.
Check it out. I'm out kicking it with my homie in Kansas City. We're at a Up Down.
I love Up Down.
They show me love.
Do they?
They give me free tokens every time I come in there.
How often do you go up there?
Not very often, but like I'll do like their local Tuesday.
I've been going up there like once a week.
No shit.
Yeah.
So we go up there. We're having a couple beers. Next thing I know, like Chris comes up. He owns Meowana. It's like his birthday. Okay. I'm like trying to buy him a drink. He's like, no. Come with us, man. We're about to go kick it. We go to like 5 bars. He's staying at the Crossroads Hotel.
Oh, shoot.
He's having like a staycation for his birthday.
Beautiful. I like it.
Dude buys me and my buddy drinks all night. You know what I'm saying? For his birthday.
Man.
Bro, Chris is the realest dude I've ever met. He's business mindset.
Shout out to Chris.
Shout out Chris, bro. If I could get a manager, if we could really talk about this manager situation, it'd be this motherfucker right here.
We can talk about it.
It'd be Chris.
We'll get there.
He was telling me I might know somebody who could do it. I want to be like, man,
everybody might
be
know
my
somebody.
goddamn manager, Chris. Come on, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's a chill dude.
Nice.
Chill dude.
So yeah, but a lot of people are working for social media.
Yeah.
Like the local rappers or artists or musicians or whatever. You think they're kind of everything they do is for social media, for kind of doing it, doing it for the gram.
A certain part of like hip hop and like the culture is, showing off and having posts and stuff, but like
posting all the time, right?
To a certain extent, yeah. If you advertise every move, then there's no real surprise element to when you do something big. If I went around and told everybody that I had a World Star release coming out, you know what I'm saying? No one knew about that shit. No one knew.
Mm-hmm.
It just came out. Yeah. It just came out.
Mm-hmm.
The element of surprise, bro. Think about war. Think about anything. That's where it's at. You know what I'm saying? You want to catch people by surprise. If I was going to give an example, but it'll give up a surprise that I got.
Good. I'm glad you didn't do it then. I love surprises.
I got a surprise.
I'm
just saying, come out to the show October 11th at the Riot Room.
October. So I got to make sure this gets out before then. I think we can probably do that. October 11th.
Can you push October 4th?
No. That's like next week. I'm going to see what I can do.
Well, for the people who are listening.
What's October 4th? Oh, that's Lawrence.
Lawrence.
Gosh darn. Yeah. I'll see what I can do. I don't know. Like, that's tough. I'll see what I can do.
You know what I'm saying? Like, we got a time reverse time.
Set up Meowana with me real quick, and then I can probably make that happen.
Like, drop back-to-back episodes. Chris, he was in Ireland last time I talked to him.
Oh, dope. I'm going there soon. Like in a year or two, I'm going to go there.
Yeah?
I've never been.
Just to go? Or?
Yeah, I'll get personal, because I'm not afraid to get into my personal. Have another drink. Maybe I'll ask you some more questions.
You don't got a bunch of motherfuckers trying to dig dirt upon you, man.
I have Irish heritage. It was really big, and my grandparents, who played a major role in raising me, were huge. Ireland this, Irish that, blah blah blah. They went all the time. Every year when they went a lot. Whatever. My grandma promised me and my brother at a very young age, I promised to take you to Ireland before I die, and if not, we'll put it in our will, because you have to go to Ireland. Well, she died, and then my grandpa died just recently, about a year ago. Has it been a year? Yeah, I don't know. Whatever. Let's say a year ago. And we never went. So he left money. There's money in there for us to go to Ireland to still do that. So it's been like this family thing that we've been planning since I was a child. not planning, but it's always it was always in the, you know, it was always gonna happen.
Right.
So yeah, so I've been talking about that with my mom and my brother, and we're trying to get everything set up so we can all go as one family and go check out our roots, if you will.
It's tight.
It's gonna be cool.
Yeah.
I want to go to like.
Go like the Guinness.
Got to go to the Guinness factory, of
It's in
course.
Dublin, ain't it?
I don't know where it's at.
Dublin, I think.
I'm sure there's a couple of them.
So I worked for like an Irish restaurant when I was like 19.
O'Dowd's?
Waxy O'Shea's.
Never heard of it.
So like they got one in Branson right now. That's the only one left. But the guy went to like fucking Dublin or what? How would they?
Sure.
The Irishman.
Nice.
Arr.
Yeah. Well.
You know, little pirate. You know what I'm saying? You know, what's the difference? But you know, so the Dublin, I'm pretty sure it's Dublin, but yeah.
Yeah, I want to go to like a small town. Not a small town, but maybe like, I don't know, maybe a town of like.
It's green as fuck.
20,000. Like maybe a town that has like a small soccer, like a decent soccer team.
Yeah.
And then go check what like the local small city, I guess, like what a small city would be like, and check out the vibes of that.
I bet it's
where
like
tourists don't go.
Like
and
drinks.
It's straight Irish
Yeah.
people. I mean, they're drinking and they're fighting every single night, just fist fights in the street. And
you shouldn't go dressed up like an Irishman.
I'm dressed like one every day. I'm just a.
But I'm saying but down there you're not. Like if you wore what you're wearing right now, they would know you're American.
Yeah, I would dress like an American.
You'd have to go straight down. No, man, if you're going to the.
No, I'm gonna dress like this is me. I don't know how to. I'm Ryan. I'm going as Ryan.
I'm going as Ryan. I mean, how else can you go?
I don't know. I wish I could. I've tried to switch up Ryan before. You know, I've tried. I don't know how to do it. I'd feel awkward. I've put a just to see what I look like. Put a cowboy hat on, and Wrangler jeans, and I'm like, oh my gosh, that's not. How would this guy? If I was born and raised in like small town South Dakota, that's what I would wear. I wouldn't look good in that, but then I probably would, because I would.
You would think.
I would think I look good in it because I grew. So I probably don't look good now. I think I look decent. You know, I wouldn't kick me out of bed. However, I mean, maybe that's just because that's.
I mean, are you getting kicked out of bed?
Nah.
That's what I'm saying. So,
nah.
I mean, why even second guess yourself?
Yeah, you're right.
Can't get into that self-doubt. I say no self-doubt.
You're right.
Nah.
Good call.
That's for the haters.
You caught me.
You always got haters. And when you get more haters, you're doing good. I see you got haters. I see you got them. I fuck with that shit. I love the drama. I'll instigate it.
Oh, yeah.
Who is it? Who's starting the drama? Let's talk about it.
I can't.
Let's talk about it. Who was making posts on Instagram?
I can't talk
World
about
star,
that.
million views.
Let's
go. Let's go.
Here's the thing.
What's up?
Let's say some of your new fans and your new whatever watches this episode, and I get extra views and stuff or listens. I would be giving this person attention, extra attention.
So you don't want to give them?
I don't want to give these haters any attention.
Is it a podcast?
No, it's far more personal than that.
But I mean, is the person you would shout out a podcast? I mean,
No.
Is that who was hating?
No.
I thought it was another podcast.
No, it was personal. And this is.
Let's not give him power.
No, it's not that. Give me a minute here. I am trying to not
say it.
No, I'm trying not to have a panic attack right now.
Oh no.
Yeah. Sorry, everybody.
Sorry.
Give me a minute to kind of breathe. I've been prone to these recently, and I've never really dealt with them. So from time to time, I get like these anxiety attacks, like these just crazy panic attacks.
Shot.
No, that's the last thing I need. That will exacerbate it.
It'll make it worse?
It will make it worse because I do have anxiety medicine that I've taken. I mean, that's probably what it is. I've probably had too much to drink mixed with that. medication. Whatever. Just give me a minute. Nice.
I don't know why. I took my own advice.
Nice. Thank you. That actually brought. Yeah. That helped me out. Oh yeah. Thanks, bro.
In, bro.
All
know
right.
What I'm saying sometimes.
Thanks, man. That's a weird moment.
Come on, let's go. Let's bring it back. Fuck that. Fuck that person.
Oh, it's not even that. It's not even that. It was just a random panic attack. Yeah. Anyways, I'm not trying to give these people any kind of added attention. It's been dealt with, and it's kind of being dealt with now. Yeah.
Respect.
Yeah.
Respect.
But yeah, I've got haters, and
because you're winning.
Yeah. I guess so. In a local podcast sense, I'm winning.
Don't think local.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. Okay.
That's the problem. Everybody thinks local.
I've always said, this is bigger than local. This podcast I want to be worldwide. I do have listeners in England.
So a local sense, there is no local sense because you have listeners in England.
Yes. No, you're right.
In a podcast.
Okay, so as the podcast it is everywhere. Half of my listeners are in Missouri and Kansas, which is that's dope as fuck. When I just say local, I'm just saying because of the award that I'm nominated for. So that's that tip. The haters did not like that. The haters tried to get me from even being nominated.
I seen it.
Yeah, so then once I did get nominated,
they was mad. They was mad.
Yeah, they was
Check
mad.
this out. Yesterday,
they didn't think I could do it.
I had a blog hit me up with some generic ass message on email. They're like, "Hey, we see you got a buzz, but you need some help." Blah 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 blah. Bullshit. And I was like, "Listen," because I was on one. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Because I'm on one right now. I'm like, "Hey, obviously you didn't check because I just world premiere with Tech 9. I don't know, blah 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 blah." You know what I'm saying? And they're like, "Oh, well, yeah, we see your hits are way down on YouTube, blah, 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 blah." Like, they responded talking shit, right?
Oh, jeez.
Responded talking shit. Like,
immediately.
Yeah, we can help
and
you, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, okay. I was like, but you didn't check World Star was 1 million views. And they're like, oh, well, that's funny because a YouTube embedded link with 1 million views would have 1 million views on YouTube too. And I was like, well, if you check some of the videos that day, one dude had 5,000, and on YouTube it was 100,000. So what? You know what I'm saying? Like, it goes both ways. I was like, either way, I don't give a fuck, and I'm not paying you for your shitty fucking promotion. That's what I said.
Good.
And then it was like,
good.
You know,
choose who you want to, work with.
Right. Like, don't pressure me into buying shit from your hip hop overload that has 24,000 followers, and the last post had like 16 likes. Like, suck my dick.
You're
like,
buying followers.
Shit is fake. Yes.
A lot of people buy followers out there. It's
fake,
insane.
bro.
It's so easy to spot too.
Yes, it looks stupid.
It's so easy to spot.
It's so stupid.
I don't get it. I don't get why people try to do it. I've seen it firsthand with people I know well, who won't admit that they've bought followers, but it's so fucking obvious.
But it's clear.
It's so obvious.
It's like, you got 20,000 people following you. Yeah, but like 100 likes. Like,
or like no engagement or no
comments,
or they'll
no
start.
Nothing.
I've seen one recently that's got not huge, but like maybe around 15,000, and then they're like, "Oh, I'm gonna start another page too." And you guys, hey everybody, all of my 15,000 followers, come follow this other page too for business. And then it has like 50 followers.
50 followers, right?
It's like, well,
like
you're telling me you're telling me all those 15,000 followers are real?
I just fucking.
Yeah, it just got brighter in
here.
here.
Lit the place up.
Hell yeah, nice.
You like that, guys?
I don't hate it. I'm not mad at
it. You can grab a power line.
Ha. So that's like the new. Fuck you.
Yeah.
The Kansas City fuck you.
Grab a power line. I would love to start that. It's
been started.
Power line, bitch.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like
I think we can get that. At least we can get that local.
Can't we?
Yeah.
Well, can Kansas City get behind that? Y'all don't want to get behind nothing else, huh? You want to get behind that?
Get behind that. Yeah.
Yeah, we can send fight videos viral. We can send stupid shit viral all the time, but we can't send some real shit.
We can. now that it's like getting cooler out, people are gonna ride in convertibles and with their windows down, and it's saying like "fuck you" for cutting me off. You say, "Grab a power line for cutting me off."
Power line, bitch.
Power line, cut me off.
I've been saying it.
We can do that.
It works.
Let's get that shit trending.
It's not as aggressive. You know what I'm saying? It's like you ever wanted to
but
say.
It's more
fuck,
aggressive
like,
if
I'm
you
gonna
know
make,
about
let's
it.
make a commercial. You know,
Let's
the commercial will be like, I'll come in and I'll be like dressed up in the suit like I'm selling cars. Because that's been the hot, like, you know, hip-hop thing. Like, everyone's acting like they're selling cars. Smino, Boogie, everybody's selling cars. Like, you guys want a less aggressive way to say fuck you? Grab a power line.
Yeah.
Starting now. Boom. But it's got to get a, you know, William Hare, where you at, bro? Need a commercial. Celestia Picks.
I need a commercial too.
Do you?
Yeah.
I got people.
I want to be in a commercial.
You want to be in it? Let's make one.
Oh, let's make one. What are we selling?
Power lines.
Power lines?
Huh? We're selling fucking music and podcasts. What you mean?
Let's sell it.
Let's do it.
Let's do it.
Let's do it.